Dale Norton Field in Spencer, home of the Spencer Tigers, where the Tigers are hosting the Boyden-Hull Rock Valley Nighthawks tonight. I'm Mark Magnuson, joined by Lucas DeWitt. The Spencer Tigers 4-1 on the season, 3-0 in district play. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 3-2 and 2-1 in district play. Lucas DeWitt, the Boyden-Hull Rock Valley Nighthawks. We heard Coach Corey Brandt talking in the pregame. They had to put together essentially a new varsity squad this year with around 18 new starters. Kind of been a work in progress. He mentioned some injuries that caused players not to be in the positions they thought they might be at this point in the season. But you know what? They've still been able to reel off 3 wins, 3-2 right now. And we know this is a very good team that comes into Dale Norton Field tonight.
Oh, it's a great team. And the 2 losses come against 2 very, very good teams. One of the top teams in 2A in West Lyon and Sergeant Bluff Luton, perennial state runner every year, are their only 2 losses, and those were early. And so, yeah, this is, if you look on paper, you'd probably favor Boyden-Hull Rock Valley based on their statistics, or be a very similar approach when you look at who's favored in this game. It's
kind of funny, looking back to last week, we didn't know fully what to expect from Bishop Elin because it was the first time under a new head coach in that program that we had seen the Bishop Elin offense. But really, after watching some film of the Nighthawks, we got some plays, and I'm thinking specifically about the quarterback runs from Nathan Favors, that are going to look similar to what we see tonight. Has to be a little bit of a help, at least, for the Tiger D.
You know, I would think so. Very similar in the fact that they both have huge lines. And Boyden-Hull likes to mix it up like Heelan does with pass and run. But they also run as much power as Heelan run and wants to run. They can do it. And they have lots of different sets that they run out, but in a lot of overload, they'll bring a tackle over, they'll bring a back over, and say, hey, we're coming right here, man on man, see if you can stop us.
And the area that you'll see a lot of those power sweeps and those runs to the outside are going to be Cody Noble, the outstanding running back for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley, who will occasionally and oftentimes move into the shotgun, take that snap directly. What do you think it is about a direct snap play like that that makes it so effective? Is it getting that extra blocker? Is it just taking away any chance for a bobble in the handoff? Is it just getting that quick action upfield?
Yeah, I think that's it, is the quick action. You have an extra blocker, but not only the quick action is, it's not the hand and then take it to them. Instead, it is, here we go, your linemen only have to hold their block just a little bit less time. So it's just a quicker action for them when they go to that direct action snap.
We'll hear Cody Noble's name a lot tonight. 102 carries, 630 yards, 9 rushing scores, 6.2 yards per carry for Cody Noble on the season. Also an effective weapon in the pass game, as he has 3 receiving touchdowns. Caleb Katz is his quarterback, the junior, 5'11", 150 pounds, 45% completion on the year, 823 passing yards, 7 touchdowns to go along with 6 interceptions. The Tigers have just run out onto the field. It's time now for the national anthem. When we come back, kickoff between Spencer and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Hi, this is Kirsten
Follow the
with
Spencer
Mid-States
Tigers.
Builders.
New for 2020, tune in for select Spencer Tiger home events on the Spencer Channel 3, live on Spencer Municipal Utilities cable service, or online on the Spencer Channel 3 YouTube channel. Spencer Tiger home events will also be rebroadcast on the Spencer Channel 3 this fall. For a schedule of when they will air, visit our website at smunet.net. Go Tigers from all of us at Spencer Municipal Utilities.
Your Spencer Walmart Supercenter is excited to introduce online grocery shopping with pickup. Simply download the everyday essential.
A lot of my friends play football, so I like it. Have a winning record. Iowa State, 21 Savage. Jaws, PE, because it's fun. Probably about 1,000 to drive. My car. My Xbox, 12-pack of Mountain Dew, and Chinese food. Go to college.
Make it an awesome autumn. Autumn is many people's favorite season. As your local utility provider, Spencer Municipal Utilities would love to make your autumn even more awesome. Stop by our parking lot Sunday, October 4th between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m. so we can say thanks. We have awesome service and awesome employees who are here to help. Stop by and see us at Spencer Municipal Utilities on October 4th at 520 2nd Avenue East, Suite 1 here in Spencer.
At the starting lineups for both teams, we'll begin with the Spencer Tigers on the offensive side of the football. It will be Jack DeWitt at quarterback, 79 passing yards on the season, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jack has carried it 62 times, 246 yards on the ground, and 3 rushing touchdowns. The Tigers' leading rusher, John Nissen, the Tiger fullback, 69 carries, 654 yards, and 9 touchdowns on the season. And out wide at wide receiver, Carter Petzschnauzer with 5 catches for 49 yards and a score. Other backs in the backfield tonight, Kenny Rash and Titan Coleman, the slot backs. Ethan Hyder playing at the end opposite of Carter Petzschnauzer. And up front for the Tigers, Ethan Stave at center, Javi Mendez, Brogan Sire at guard, Drew Huff and Maverick Warburton the tackles. For BHRV, defensive line, Brock Fisher and Joe Sanchez, defensive ends, Victor Urbina and Brevin Kramer, the defensive tackles. At linebacker, Landon Van Kickericks and Cody Noble, the outside backers. Inside linebackers, Jackson Roseboom and Cade Fisher. And the free safety is Caleb Katz. For the Spencer Tigers on defense, Ethan Hyder, Wyatt Leininger, Cole Rudder, and Brogan Sire across the front. At linebacker, Titan Coleman and John Nissen. Outside linebackers / safeties for the Tigers, Evan Johnson and Kenny Rash. And in the secondary, Christian Hookfin and Carter Petzschnauzer at corner. Landon Ellis, the Tiger starting free safety. For the Boyden-Hull Rock Valley Nighthawks, offensive line looks like this. Cole Blancaspor at center, Damian Ruvers and Lucas Musel at guard, Brevin Kramer and Victor Urbina the tackles. In the backfield, Caleb Katz, the starting quarterback, Cody Noble, his running back. Flankers are Bryson Van Grootheest and Cody Vanderswag, and split ends are Cole Heiser and Landon Van Kickericks. Van Kickericks, the leading receiver for this Boyden-Hull Rock Valley squad, 22 catches, 317 yards, and 2 touchdowns. A little bit of a difference in the uniforms here tonight. The Tigers going with the all-purples for the first time this season. And for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley, the all-white road uniforms tonight with the blue helmets. And the captains for the Nighthawks heading out onto the field now. Got Cody Noble, along with Lucas Musel and Vanderswag, the flanker for the Nighthawks. Also have a player out there in street clothes but still wearing his jersey for the Nighthawks, and that is number 47, Jonathan Teslaw. And Ethan Hyder, the captain for the Spencer Tigers, will shake hands, or I should say fist bump, with Lucas Musel, and then we will have the coin toss. And referee getting the 2 players lined up. And the Spencer Tigers win the toss and will receive the football to start things. We were actually watching down there. They decided the actual coin toss a little bit earlier. And we saw quarterback Jack DeWitt down there was pretty excited to get the football to start things here tonight.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we didn't defer for the second half. Instead, we said, hey, we'll take the ball. Let's get our offense on the field. Let's get our return team out there, good field position, and let's get this game going.
John O'Brien, our head referee tonight from Fort Dodge. Umpire is Corey Arp from Manning. Linesman Justin Meyer from Fort Dodge. Line judge is Jacob O'Connor from Clarion. And the back judge, Adolf Kokendorfer from Fort Dodge.
You know, I'm interested here tonight, Mark, to see how Boyden-Hull Rock Valley lines up against the Tiger offense. If they're going to have 4 down linemen or 5 down linemen, if they're going to be stunting a lot from their linebackers, you just don't know how they're going to try to attack our front as far as who we're leaving open and what we're doing when we read the option.
What is your prediction for how many down linemen we'll see from Boyden-Hull Rock Valley tonight?
Well, they ran 4 most of the season, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ran 5. I remember several years ago when we played them, they did have 5, and they went man coverage. And so it'll be interesting if they do go man coverage, if they have a safety over the top, or how they exactly decide to line up against us.
The kick is from Boyden-Hull Rock Valley to start things. It's a high pop-up, and the Tigers will field it and run the football up the field on the left hash mark as the Tigers bring it out across the 25. And Spencer will start off at its own 26-yard line after that short return. It was actually Cal Ty on the return for the Spencer Tigers to get things started, as Boyden-Hull Rock Valley, like I think most of the Tigers' opponents, taking note of the great Tiger special teams play this year and going for the short kick. Spencer to the line of scrimmage in the flex bone. 1 receiver each side of the field. Carter Petzschnauzer on the field side. Jack DeWitt goes under center, hands it off to John Nissen. John hits the hole hard and is wrestled down to the ground after initially some running room. Rosaboom was able to reel him in and bring him down after a gain of 3. That's the other thing keeping an eye on. John Nissen did tweak his ankle a little bit last week, but in pregame warm-ups, we thought he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he did look good. And there, Rock Valley decided to come to the 3-down lineman. It looked like there was a lot of room there early, and now they've got a different set. They're 4 down, 2 to the outside. Midline is open. See what the Tigers elect to do here.
Big gap right in the middle. First down, or I should say second down and 7. Tigers running it to the left side. John Nissen again, and John is stacked up in a pile of bodies on that left side and is able to pick up maybe 2. Actually, just a gain of 1. Running room tight that time, and the Tigers will have 3rd and 6 to go.
Yeah, I've seen 2 different sets by the defense there. 3rd and 6.
Again, to explain that last set by the front for BHRV, you essentially had 2 defensive tackles that were, 5 yards apart, and then the linebackers filling those gaps but standing up in 2-point stances. So the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage for this 3rd and long. Now the pitch on the option to Kenny Rash. Kenny gets the edge, puts his foot in the ground, and gets upfield to have enough for the first down as Kenny Rash is able to stretch that defense for BHRV that had everybody up at the line of scrimmage, and Kenny says, hey, I'm going to use my speed to turn the corner here.
Yeah, just gets up to the 41. Tigers run an option to the right side. Jack made a pitch off the defensive end, got the corner. Tigers running at that tight, nasty set where they got 2 tight ends.
So the Tigers able to draw Boyden-Hull Rock Valley in tight on those first 2 plays, then bring it to the outside on the option. 1st and 10, Spencer, ball at the 41 of the Tigers. Everyone in tight, as Lucas mentioned. Tigers running it left. The pitch is behind Mikey, bobbles it, holds it finally, and there is a flag in the backfield as Mikey is wrestled down for a tackle for a loss, as that play had some problems right from the get-go.
Yeah, the Tigers jumped on the left side. 2 guys in motion. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty elected. Otherwise, it's a loss of 3, and that could have gone bad with a fumble. Mikey was able to get both hands on it.
2 players coming off the right edge defensively for BHRV, and Jack recognized that, made the pitch early, as the Nighthawks will decline this penalty because they got the loss of yardage on the play, and they put the Tigers behind the sticks now for a 2nd and 12. So
yeah, they had 2 guys flying to the pitch man on that. They're just really, basically, the Hawks had overloaded that side, had more guys in our offense.
We've seen Mikey Jordan do a good job with handling some pitches that are in the area, but he needs to secure, and that time it was a little bit behind him because of those 2 on-rushing defenders, and Mikey was eventually able to hold on to the ball, limit that loss to just 2. 2nd down and 12, Tigers at the 39 of Spencer, back in motion left to right. Tigers will run it right. The pitch to Kenny again in space. Kenny trying to get outside again and does a nice job, just pure speed to the edge that time for Kenny Rash. Heiser and company able to usher him out of bounds, but Kenny able to pick up 8 yards and set up a 3rd down and manageable now for the Tigers.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 for the Tigers. Again, that quick option with the ends crashing. Jack's making a quick pitch. Kenny showing his speed, just getting to the edge first.
Nighthawks early on not respecting the speed of Kenny Rash, it doesn't look like, as we had some bad angles on both of those outside runs. 3rd and 3 now for Spencer. Nearly 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Handoff John Nissen, quick hitter left side. John bursts through the hole, and he's into the 2nd level, caught up 2 from behind and brought down. But John Nissen will bring it to the 41 of Boyden-Hull Rock Valley as the Tigers are able to pick up close to 15 on that carry.
Yeah, option to the left side. Nice job there. Everybody up front. Tigers line doing a tremendous job of holding their blocks, giving some room, and Johnny just needed a crease, was able to bust it to the outside.
Tigers in plus territory. The football actually marked at the 40 of BHRV. 1st and 10 for the Tiger offense. Everyone in tight, nasty formation. Tigers run it right this time. Jack fakes the handoff, now makes the pitch. Kenny in trouble, is surrounded and brought down in the backfield. A big loss of 5 on the pitch play to Kenny Rash.
Yeah, they weren't fooled that time. Overload. That's going to be a situation I think Jack might have wanted to give it to Johnny just with so much penetration to the outside. This is going to bring 2nd and 15. And that's one of those you don't know if they've made the decision predetermined. We've had luck getting outside, so it's a called base, get to the outside, or if it's just a misread.
2nd down 15. Football at the 45 of BHRV. 9:18 left to play first quarter. Scoreless between the Tigers and Nighthawks. Spencer running left. Option. Jack keeps it, tucks the football, and tries to get up the hash mark, but Jack DeWitt will be limited to just a yard on the carry. As he turned the corner, there was a wall of white jerseys there to meet him.
And not a lot of room to the left side. Good decision just to turn it up and see what you can get. And I have been a little bit surprised. You've seen Nighthawks with double safeties. They're kind of in a cover 2 look in the back. I thought they might be in man as we saw them do that earlier. And they might switch that depending on how it goes as it's 3rd and 15 here for the Tigers.
So Spencer with a long way to go here to pick up the first down. In the back end of that defense, Landon Van Kickericks, who was listed as an outside linebacker, has shifted back to more of a safety role, as Lucas mentioned. Play clock down to 4. Jack DeWitt goes under center and snaps it with 1 to go. Tigers looking to pass. Jack rolls out of the pocket, steps, throws, catch is made by Kenny Rash. He'll be short of the sticks on a nice pickup of 9, and it will set up a 4th down and 5 to go.
4th and 5 on the 35. I think the Tigers will go for it here. Out of field goal range, no reason to punt.
Good coverage there over the middle, but Kenny able to get just enough separation that Jack fitted in the window, and Kenny with the hands catch. And now the Tigers standing over the football with the Tiger offense. 7:55 left to play first quarter. Scoreless between Spencer and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley football at the 35 of the Nighthawks for this 4th down and 5 to go. Tigers take one last look to the sideline, now get over the football with 5 seconds on the play clock. Jack will get the snap, running it right, makes the pitch to Kenny Rash. Kenny makes one man miss, now turns on the Jets and will have a first down as Kenny Rash gets out of bounds past the first down marker. And that time it was a little stutter step juke that allowed Kenny Rash to beat the first would-be tackler.
All right, now that's been a major difference as Kenny getting to the edge. And on 4th and 5, the Tigers dialed it up again. Quick pitch from Jack, takes the hit, gets it out. Kenny fakes in, goes out, first down Tigers.
And you know, I might have been a little bit unfair to Kenny earlier on. I said bad angles from BHRV. That time Kenny just beat them in a foot race to the corner.
And again, the Tigers in that tight set.
Tigers to the line of scrimmage, first down and 10 now inside the 30 of BHRV. Handoff to John Nissen, spinning and whirling, gets all the way down to the 22, and a very late penalty flag comes in from the referee behind the play. And it's a sideline warning from the Tiger sideline that was pretty close to that sideline as everybody backs up simultaneously.
Well, before the kickoff even started tonight, they hadn't even taken the field, the officials that came over and told everybody get back, so you know they're going to be watching that close tonight.
Gain of 6 on first down, a nice pickup for John Nissen. And now the Tigers have a 2nd down and 4 to go. Football at the 21 of BHRV, 7:15 left to play first quarter. Tigers on the move on the opening drive. Everyone in tight. Spencer running right. John Nissen faking the handoff. Jack keeps it, turns the corner, and has a caravan into the end zone for a score. Jack DeWitt getting some help down the field as Mikey Jordan and Carter Petzenhauser help to clear the way. Great downfield blocking by the Tigers and a beautiful ball fake from quarterback Jack DeWitt.
Yeah, it really was, and you know, that's a steady dose of Kenny Rash to the outside. Everybody jumped to him, and also being concerned about John Nissen, your leading rusher. And with the option, you got to account for all 3. Jack was able to follow in. Good blocks down the sideline. Touchdown Tigers.
21-yard pickup for Jack DeWitt on his, I believe, 2nd longest touchdown of the year. As it sets up the extra point attempt now for Ian Youngdahl. Carter Petzenhauser will be on the hold. Good snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is good. So Ian Youngdahl puts the Tigers ahead 7-0. 7:03 left to play first quarter on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. After a long day at work using our internet service for your business needs, we know you expect the same service at home. When everyone gets home and is using their devices while waiting for dinner, or online while winding down at the end of the day. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
.03 left to play in the first quarter here from Dale Norton Field in Spencer, and we have our first drive summary of the night, and it comes from the Spencer Tigers, who moved down the field 11 plays, 73 yards, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Jack DeWitt with the 21-yard touchdown run, and the Tigers go ahead 7-0. The Tiger offensive line, Maverick Warburton, Brogan Sire, Ethan Stave, Javi Mendez, and Drew Huff, setting the tone on the opening drive.
Yeah, they really did, and when we were in tight like that, you got to give credit to Evan Schmidt and Carter Petzenhauser as well, as that front line. That touchdown is a result of great offensive line play.
Mikey Jordan with some nice blocks downfield also as Jack was able to get into the end zone. Now the kick is away. It's a deep kick. Cody Noble will field it at the 5. Most dangerous man with the football in his hands. He's up the right hash mark. Brings it back to the middle, still on his feet as he fights for yardage, and finally stopped at the 30-yard line. Solid return for the Nighthawks. And BHRV will bring its offense onto the field for the first time tonight. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of BHRV, and the Nighthawks already standing over the football. They look ready to go.
Yeah, they really do. They're no huddle on the ball, blow the whistle. They're going to start.
So BHRV will get set in the shotgun. Caleb Katz with one back in the backfield. Twin receivers to each side. Quick pass to the left side. Vanderswag with the catch, and the Tigers there to wrap him up immediately. And the tackle made up near the line of scrimmage by Evan Johnson, and Evan is going to be in the right spots, and that time he was there to make that tackle because he was in the right spot.
Yeah, Twins to split out both sides. That was in the slot, just a quick hitch right out, and you got to make the open field tackle if they're going to throw that out there. He was right where he needed to. Great breakdown, good play. And here you see Boyden-Hull Rock Valley shifting their sets, trips to the right.
And Cody Noble goes into the shotgun. He'll take the direct snap, and it's the power sweep to the right side and gets to the second level easily. Now he's into the secondary and off and running across the 50 out to the 47 of the Spencer Tigers, and that will be a gain of 22. We talked about BHRV not catching up to Kenny Rash. That time the Tigers surprised by the speed of Cody Noble.
Yeah, Noble did look fast there, and again, he ran to the trip side. They're in tight with the trips, and their whole purpose is there to block.
So a 22-yard pickup by Noble on the first running play of the night for BHRV. Plenty of motion again. Noble into the backfield to take the snap. He's all alone in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, runs straight ahead, and is able to pick up good yardage again on first down as he darts forward at the end of the run, and will have a gain of 4 for the lead back, Cody Noble. Spencer Tigers faced his older brother in the baseball playoffs a few years ago, Zach Noble, who was on the mound and pitched a really solid game for the Nighthawks. Trips receivers to the left, one receiver to the right, Caleb Katz back in the shotgun. Katz rolling out to his left, looking to throw. Sets up, throws downfield near the line of scrimmage, has a man open and makes the connection into the end zone for the score is Cole Heiser, as Heiser was able to get past the coverage and make the long catch for the score, as it's a long touchdown of about 47. Actually closer to 43 after
42,
that.
yep.
Yeah, after that gain from Noble on the ground. So
yeah,
a
just
quick
a roll.
strike.
Yeah, looked like he had punt, pass, run option as he rolled out to the left, and Heiser got behind the secondary. Ellis came over just a bit late. Ball was in the money. Touchdown just that quick.
And Katz, you're right, he ran up near the line of scrimmage like he might run it and let it go just before the line of scrimmage. Here's the extra point attempt. It's a low kick, but it finds its way through the uprights and good. And we are all knotted up. 5:31 left to play first quarter. Spencer 7, BHRV 7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Boyden-Hull Rock Valley with the quick answer, and we are tied up 7-7. Spencer and BHRV, 5:31 left to play in the first quarter. Spencer Tigers with the long time-consuming drive marching down the field after 11 plays. And it was a much different story for the BHRV Nighthawks with the quick strike offense coming up with the answer. Lucas, what's the drive summary look like for the Nighthawks?
Yeah, they went 4 plays, 70 yards in a minute 23. Caleb Katz, 42-yard pass to Cole Heisler and the PAT, so it's 7-7.
So BHRV does it through the air with the touchdown score. And now we are all tied up here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, and I think they might be taking a little bit of a water break here as we get ready for the kickoff. It will be Boyden-Hull Rock Valley kicking it away to the Spencer Tigers. On that opening drive, 2 carries for Cody Noble, 26 yards. Caleb Katz through the air, 42 yards to Cole Heiser for the touchdown. Heiser, actually the second leading receiver for the Nighthawks on the season. Landon Van Kickricks, the leading receiver, came into tonight's game 317 yards and 2 touchdowns, whereas Heiser just behind that mark on the season. Cole has reeled in 3 catches, now make it 4 catches, and he's up near about 200 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. So a pretty good pair of receivers, Van Kickricks and Heiser.
I think the Tigers were a little surprised by the speed there of Boyden-Hull. Not only the speed of their guys, but the quickness on the line, the quickness that they moved their sets, trying to make the adjustments. And Tigers are on their heels a little bit, and that's something hopefully they'll talk about now on the sideline and have seen it and have a better adjustments here for the next drive.
So ready now for the kickoff. Spencer Tigers back deep to return, but again, it's another high pop-up kick, and it will be fielded by Kenny Rash at the 20. Now Kenny brings it back for a middle return, cuts back across the grain and slips just as he tries to make a cut near the 35. Does make it out to about the 34-yard line, and that's where the Tiger offense will start things for the second time tonight.
Yeah, Kenny had some room there, did a good job with contain to try to get him back inside. As boy, you like to see he or Carter, they're electric when they get the football.
Spencer Tigers offense onto the field for the second time after that opening 11-play drive that marched down the field. Jack DeWitt with the 21-yard touchdown run. And Spencer takes over here with 5:26 to go first quarter from the Tiger 34, 1st and 10. Everyone in tight in the flex bone. Handoff right side, John Nissen hits the hole hard. Door closes on John right as he sneaks through, and it will be a gain of 4.5, 5 yards on first down.
I like that call. They went right to the midline attack, and that was, again, that set where the defense had their tackles clear outside, opening the middle where their linebackers are to fill. And you got to think if they're going to give you that set, John should be able to get 4 or 5 up the middle every time.
Is that them saying that they want the Tigers to run midline and they're hoping to just have sure tackling?
That's exactly what it is. They're trying to force thinking our linebackers can take you on one-on-one.
2nd down and 6. They actually back it up just about a yard. Tigers will run left this time. Jack DeWitt hits the hole quickly right in the middle again, and that time Boyden-Hull Rock Valley didn't account for the quarterback right in the middle of that setup up front, and there was all kinds of running room and a first down.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a veer to the outside, so you're going and attacking the defensive end. Jack realized that if I go to the mesh point, they're there. He just cut it off tackle, open room, able to get the first down.
Good recognition by the Tigers senior quarterback, who checks his wristband now along with the rest of his offense. 1st and 10 Tigers. Football at the 45 for the purple and gold. Everyone in tight again in the nasty set. The ends are Schmidt and Hyder. Tigers will run it right with John Nissen, and John is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, pushed sideways and brought down. That time it was Rosaboom, the linebacker, who got to him first, and John was able to just use his forward momentum to fall forward. Gain of 1.
Yeah, just power to the right side there and able to get back to the line of scrimmage. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, 7-7.
Rosaboom, 5'8", 160-pound linebacker, but he has played bigger than his listed size here in the early going. We've seen some nice plays from him at that inside linebacker spot, and he's up again near the line of scrimmage here for the 2nd down and 9. Tigers will run it left this time. John Nissen gets it on the quick handoff, and John will pick up 3 before he's knocked down to the turf. Hit low and high simultaneously was Nissen that time. And again, it's Jackson Rosaboom in on the stop.
Yeah, Rosaboom's kind of everywhere right now. Brings up 3rd and 6 here for the Tigers, just on their side of the 50 on the 49.
Cade Fisher and Rosaboom are those inside linebackers. And as we mentioned, Van Kickricks actually backing up from his outside linebacker listed position that we expected him to be in more to start the game. He's back playing more as a safety at the moment. Tigers to the line of scrimmage for a 3rd down and 6 football at the 49 of Spencer. Tigers running it right. Jack DeWitt on the option. Keeps it, turns upfield, and has his path cut off by a pair of BHRV tacklers, as Jack will pick up a couple, but it will bring up 4th down and 4 to go.
Yeah, I was able to get 2, run an option to the right side, and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley did a better job of flying out to pitch man. We're going to let Kenny turn the corner again. Cross midfield, but it's going to be the punt team here with 4th and 4.
2 return men back for BHRV. Rosaboom, one of the return men for the Nighthawks, along with Van Grootist. Good snap back to Blazek, and Blazek gets a high punt away. It will take a big bounce and a Tiger bounce, now rolls sideways, and is going to be picked up right at the 21 by Spencer's Cole Eddington. And that is where BHRV will take over after the Spencer Tiger drive comes up short on third down, forced to punt it away on fourth. And now BHRV jogs out onto the field again, ready to go, already over the football. 1st and 10, 21 of BHRV, 2:22 left to play first quarter, 7-7 our score. Pre-snap motion all over the place. 5 players realigning for BHRV. Now Tripp set up to the right. Noble in the shotgun. He'll take the direct snap and run it that way. Noble pushes one of his blockers out of the way, now gets his shoulder square, and picks up 8 yards on first down. Cody Noble, you think about that, him getting the direct snap, that means he has 9 blockers in front of him, and with 4 receivers in the formation, just by necessity, you're spread out a little bit as a defense.
Yeah, and he's 190 pounds. He's solid and he's quick. What they're doing right now when they do that is a lot like how Heelan ended the game second half, where they're just giving their quarterback some room, letting him make a play.
Noble in the shotgun again, gets the snap, runs left this time, lowers the shoulder and runs over a Spencer Tiger at the line of scrimmage, as Noble is able to pick up the first down and more on a 7-yard carry after 8 on first down.
Yeah, the Tigers, getting caught behind blocks, and he's just picking a seam and going.
I tell you what, though, Cody Noble, of all the players I've seen on film this year, one of the more fun to watch because of his running style. He's going to be delivering just as much punishment as he's receiving. 1st and 10, Noble will stay in the shotgun. Hands it off this time on the jet sweep to Caleb Katz, the quarterback, and Katz has the boundary and gets out of bounds. So there's a look that the Tigers will have to respect as Katz picks up 5 yards, because, of course, you're getting it back to your regular quarterback who has that ability to throw the football.
Yeah, he sure does, and he has pretty good speed. Was able to get the edge. And right now the Tigers have kind of been on their heels here defensively.
Spencer Tiger defensive line has made its name this year by being in attack mode and so far have been unable to get into the backfield. BHRV, 4 receivers make that 5 in formation as Katz looking to throw near the sideline, and it's incomplete over his intended target. Had a man open. Tigers were in a solid position in coverage. Evan Johnson out there near the intended receiver.
Yeah, I think if he makes the catch, I think Evan would bring him down right at the line of scrimmage. But this is a key play here for the Tigers, 3rd and 5.
Lane Schmidt, the intended receiver. And Schmidt didn't have a chance at that one. It was too tall. Sets up this 3rd down, 5 to go. Football at the 42 of the Nighthawks. Empty backfield, 5 receivers. Katz rolling out to his right, looking to throw downfield. Connects with his receiver near the sideline, and a great tackle made by Cadence Hoffmeyer to catch up to the receiver, but not before a big gain to bring it all the way to the 31 of the Spencer Tigers. That will be a gain of 27.
Yeah, and they're starting that shotgun and rolling him to the right, just buys him enough time. Running to Ethan Hyder's side, he was double-teamed, couldn't get around to get pressure like we're so accustomed to seeing with 2 guys on him. Gave him enough time to throw it out into the flat, pick up 25, first down.
First time Van Groothuist has been involved in the offense. Bryson Van Groothuist making the catch near the sideline. And the football now at the 31 of Spencer for this 1st and 10. Late player running onto the field for BHRV. And the Nighthawks going to be forced to use a timeout with 54 seconds left to play first quarter. It is Spencer 7, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Make it an awesome autumn. Autumn is many people's favorite season. As your local utility provider, Spencer Municipal Utilities would love to make your autumn even more awesome. Stop by our parking lot Sunday, October 4th between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m. so we can say thanks. We have awesome service and awesome employees who are here to help. Stop by and see us at Spencer Municipal Utilities on October 4th at 520 2nd Avenue East, Suite 1 here in Spencer.
55 seconds left to play first quarter. Spencer 7, BHRV 7. And something we noticed right before that timeout taken by BHRV. Lucas, what did you see from the sideline of the Nighthawks?
Well, there's a new personnel coming in. A sophomore, Brock Fisher, coming in as a receiver, and you wonder if they're going to do something special to him there, and they just called a timeout, didn't have the right personnel.
Yeah, he does only have 1 catch on the year. It kind of makes you raise your eyebrow and say, why was Fisher trying to run on there at that last second? And as of right now, he is not on the field here as the Nighthawks come back out. And traditional 2-man backfield. Noble setting up next to Caleb Katz. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Katz rolling out to his left. Flag thrown in the backfield. Throws on the move, connects with his receiver, and he's ushered out of bounds. Heiser on the catch would be enough for a first down if this stands, but the flag was thrown back near the line of scrimmage. Head referee going to give us the official call here momentarily. I didn't see exactly.
I think it's a sideline warning. Might be. Nope.
Football coming back.
It's going to be motion. Good.
False start against Boyden-Hull Rock Valley.
He was simultaneously telling both sides to get back as a sideline without the official warning, but did call the motion penalty. And that's the first mistake that Boyden-Hull Rock Valley has made here tonight. So see how they work from behind the chains, 1st and 15.
I'm not sure if it's by design or if it's because of the great job of the Tiger pass rush this season, but Caleb Katz not being asked to be a stationary quarterback in the pocket by any means tonight. He's been on quick rollouts from the get-go.
Yeah, I think that's by design. I mean, and he's had plenty of time. I mean, he's getting good snaps back there. He's taking it on the rollout either direction. And, boy, they've been accurate on their passes here tonight.
Trips left, one receiver right. Katz in the shotgun, flanked by Noble. Katz will roll out to his left. He's looking downfield. Has the football as he tries to cut back. Tigers get to him and bring him down in the backfield, as ultimately it's Logan Huckfeld in on the stop, but a great job by Brogan Sire to turn him back inside, and now Brogan a little bit slow back onto his feet.
That was a great job by Brogan by keeping his end free to not allow him to get outside, bringing him back in, but he's taking himself out here. And he's a tough kid. Boy, there's something, he got something there as Evan Schmidt will come in for him.
Yeah, just went down a little bit awkwardly at the end of that play. Either way, it is a loss of about 4, and now brings up a second and very long, 2nd and 18. First time Katz has really found that he didn't like the look downfield.
Right.
Good coverage by the Tigers. And
great coverage by the Tigers. And then Brogan did a good job of stopping the end, not allowing him to get the corner, and brought him back in, allowed Logan to bring him down, and Hyder was pursuing as well.
4 receivers, trips to the right. Noble goes in motion. Katz gets the snap in the shotgun, looking to throw over the middle. Pass is high, incomplete, and a flag back near the line of scrimmage once again, coming in at the end of the play. And the referee, I think the initial signal might be for a hold.
I wonder if we'll decline it here. Yep, I would think so. 3rd and 20. Well, we're going to take it, Mark.
Backing up for a very long next down after the hold by BHRV, the Nighthawks' second penalty of the game.
So it moves them back to the 49, so the replay 2nd down.
2.8 seconds left, by the way, in this first quarter, stopping with that penalty. But now 2nd and forever, 2nd and 29 to go for the Nighthawks. And now the game clock restarts, and that will be the final snap of the first quarter. Action-packed first quarter, 7-7 our score. You're listening to Tiger Football on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240, KICD.
I'd say my favorite part is being able to hit people on the regular. Hopefully make it deep in the playoffs this year and a winning record for sure. Purple and gold, the Vikings. Polo G. I honestly don't watch a lot of movies. Math, because it comes easiest to me. Very few, just to my parents, pretty much. I have a very nice car. An Xbox, a TV, and some Wi-Fi. To either go to South Dakota State or Iowa State.
Oh no! There's an easier way. With SMU's bank payment plan, you can pay your bill without ever leaving your home. Log on to smunet.net and sign up for SMU's bank payment plan today.
Start of the second quarter, we're at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, and the game tied up 7-7 between Spencer and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley, as Boyden-Hull Rock Valley with the football for the second time here in the first half, and the Nighthawks have found themselves, at the very least, in a spot of trouble here with a 2nd and 29 upcoming.
Yeah, they got behind the sticks here now with a motion penalty, a sack, and then a holding penalty. here, but we've seen them able to pick up yards in chunks here with a couple big passes and runs. So Tiger defense is nice to be ahead here with down and distance. Do the part here the next couple downs.
That last play, we saw Noble motion out of the backfield and set up as a receiver. He is a capable receiver. Remember, we talked about 3 receiving touchdowns coming into tonight's game.
He's just an athlete.
Something the Tigers will have to take note of. Even when he leaves the backfield, he is not out of the play. 4 receivers in formation for BHRV. Katz, straight drop back, setting up a screen over the middle for Noble. Noble with the catch, and he's got some blockers out in front. Tigers catch up to him from behind. Still well short of the first down marker, but gets it back near the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'd give him 14 on that. Well-designed screen, plenty of room when he caught it. The Tigers had dropped deep with the coverage, and the defensive line had come in pursuit. So it's going to be 3rd and 14.
Easy to say now, but that felt like a screen down, didn't it? Or a second down and forever. 3rd and 14 now, trips to the right, 1 receiver left. Katz gets the snap. Rolls out to his right. He's pressured by Hyder. Hyder dives after him. High steps away from him. Throws back over the middle, and it's tipped incomplete. I think Mikey Jordan got a fingertip on that and helped it hit the ground.
Yeah, but you've seen the recipe here for the Tigers is you got to make him really move. And I think he was shocked at the speed of Ethan Hyder closing in around the end. Even though he got the corner, it hurried him. And then he made an ill-advised pass back across his body to midfield. Lucky it fell incomplete.
Yeah, all that said, if that sneaks over Mikey's fingertips, he did have a receiver, Bryson Van Groothuist, who had found the spot in between the coverage and sat down in it. Christian Hookfin back deep as a return man, as we will see if Cody Noble punts this away. He is the punter.
Yeah.
Very capable ball handler.
I'd be watching for the fake here. They're on a 35.
Noble to punt it away, and it's a low kick. Didn't get it away very far, but it will roll inside the 20 and stop dead at about the 13. So all things considered, I think the Tigers pretty happy with how that played out, as Noble didn't kick it probably quite as hard as he would have liked to.
Yeah, he took a lot off it. It was one of those low kicks where you're hoping it might hit a Tiger retreating or just fall dead like it did.
So now Spencer takes over. This is the Tigers' 3rd time on offense. 11-14 left to go first half. 7-7 our score. Spencer's offense now 1st and 10 from the Tiger 12. BHRV playing up with 8 in the box. Tigers running it right. John Nissen hits the hole. Nissen gets into a shoving match at the end of the run as far as shoulder pad to shoulder pad. Never was actually tackled, and John Nissen's forward progress stopped after a gain of 3.
Yeah, running Beer to the outside, leaving the defensive end uncovered, attacking him. Give read to John Nissen.
Nissen 8 carries, 35 yards here in the first half. 10:50 to go in the second quarter as the Tigers look to their wristbands after checking with the sideline to get the play call. Tight formation for the Tigers. Stand-up ends on the end of the line of scrimmage. Spencer running left. Big hole for Nissen, but John just gets through before he's wrapped up and brought down. And that play right there looked like there was initially a hole. I thought John might get through for more.
Yeah, the hole is there, and that just tells you how fast and athletic these defensive linemen are getting off their block. I mean, that's a give read, and John's a big, strong back, and they're able to just close that hole down.
Gain of 1, now 3rd down and 6 to go for the Tiger offense. Kenny Rash, Mikey Jordan the slot backs, Ethan Hyder and Evan Schmidt are the ends. Tigers running it right. Jack DeWitt with the football, keeps it. Spins at the end of the carry, dives forward, close to the first down marker, but he will be short by a couple.
Yeah, with speed option to the right side. Just going to dive a yard short. 4th and 2.
Gain of 4 on the carry. And the athletic BHRV defense comes up with a stop. 3 and out for the Tiger offense as Blake Blazek onto the field to punt this away. Spencer Tigers getting all their personnel lined up for this 4th down and 2 to go. And in the punt formation, high snap. Blazek holds onto it well and then gets away a nice punt in the end. It will bounce at about the 50, takes a BHRV bounce and stops dead at the 46 of the Spencer Tigers. Snap came out a little bit awkwardly there from long snapper for the Tigers. Cal Ty, as it was a little bit high, but a good job by Blazek to reel that in.
Yeah, he rounded up, and lucky for the Tigers, the Nighthawks had a return on, so they didn't bring a lot of pressure. The ball was able to bounce, and they start on Tiger territory side of the field.
Caleb Katz in the shotgun. Now the motion with 5 players in motion. And Cody Noble in the shotgun all alone. You expect him to run it here. He's looking to throw. Back to the left, pump fake. Now he has to tuck it and try and run. And he slips down and is going to lose yardage on the play. Last week, Cody Noble did throw a touchdown pass, in the Lamar's game, and it was actually called back.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's just a great athlete, and he's got football gloves on, but he can still throw that pop pass there, and he just has a lot of options when he gets there with a run pass choice.
And I guarantee you, Coach Hookfin and company talked about that all week in practice about do not assume he's going to run the football. That time he wanted to throw, didn't have it. Now Katz will throw it near the sideline, and a great catch made as falling out of bounds that time is Cole Heiser. Just as he makes the catch, I think he even got 2 feet in bounds like an NFL player.
He did. It was a pro catch. Just ran a quick out for 5. So with the loss of downs in the last play, brings up third and 9 here for the Nighthawks.
Heiser's looked pretty impressive here in the first half as a receiver. 3rd down and 8 to go for BHRV. 4 receivers, twins each side. Katz in the shotgun, Noble with him. Katz rolling out to his right, throws on the run, broken up, incomplete. Great break on the football by Carter Petzenhauser as he actually nearly had an interception.
Yeah, he really did. He baited him into throwing that out, and Pets with just the superb athletic ability gets a break, gets both hands on it, knocks it down, and brings Boyden-Hull on 4th down, brings on the punt team.
We saw Carter start the year as an outside linebacker safety. He's played corner now. I believe this is his 3rd game, and starting to feel his way around that position. That time looked like a natural cornerback.
Yeah, he really did.
8:36 left to play first half. BHRV in the punt formation. But again, remember, Cody Noble is the punter. Stands at his own 44. Good snap back to Noble. Takes a couple of steps, now punts it away. Another short kick, this time more of a traditional end-over-end kick. Bounces dead at the 18, and the Tigers will have the football inside Spencer's own 20, but solid field position to start.
Yeah, good to see the Tigers force a 3-and-out there, Mark. Good defensive stand.
Each team with a 3-and-out, back-to-back drives, and now the Tiger offense basically back out where the Tigers punted the football away to BHRV. Jack DeWitt and the Tiger offense take a look at their wristbands with 8:29 left to play first half. 7-7 our score. Football at the 18 of the Tigers for this 1st and 10.
The Tigers still in that nasty set with Hyder and Evan Schmidt, stand-up ends.
Jack will hand it off right side. Quick hitting running play. And the Tigers get short yardage on the carry.
Just an inside give. Power play, running to the right side. Running behind Javi and Drew Huff and Ethan Hyder over there. And again, Noble in on the tackle. You just wonder, as physical as he plays offensively, as well as that linebacker, how he's going to hold up in the second half.
Gain of 3 on that carry. Cadence, man, I'm struggling right now. Cadence Hoffmeyer with the carry. He'll get it again. Hitting the hole quickly, and Cadence is able to pick up about 4 on 2nd down after a gain of 2 on 1st down.
Boy, Cadence hit that hole with the flurry. Both feet off the ground, dancing, picking a spot. 3rd and manageable here for the Tigers. You see Derek Huss running in the play there for place Schmidt. This is the first time tonight we're going to see a split out. So Derek split out wide in our ace set, 1 split to the far side of the field.
So Huss split out at receiver, everyone else in tight. Jack DeWitt going under center, and he will get the snap. Hands off right side for Cadence Hoffmeyer. Quick hitter gets through the hole and has a 1st down as Cadence Hoffmeyer takes the direct handoff from Jack DeWitt, and the Tigers bring it out to about the 33.
Yeah, I wondered how they were going to respond with us sending a split out. And then we ran to that side. Hoffmeyer did a super job there, giving John Nissen a spell there at the B-back, and Johnny comes back in.
So Nissen returns to the game as a B-back, and the Tiger offense picks up the 1st down, brings it out to the 32 of the Tigers for this 1st and 10. 7 minutes and left to play on the game clock here first half. Jack goes under center, fakes the handoff. No, he did give it to John, and John driven backwards for a loss of 1.
Yeah, a lot of bodies there. Not a lot of room that play to run between the tackles here, and boy, we're just seeing the Tigers running again out of that nasty set that we keep talking about, where we have everything inside. So you've got all guys literally within 10 yards of line of scrimmage. Nobody split out to the hash.
2nd down and about 12 to go now after that loss of a couple. John Nissen, 10 carries for 35 yards tonight. Remains in the game at B-back. Tigers run counter. Back to the left with Jack DeWitt. And Jack is stacked up and brought down after a good gain of 6 yards. And it will bring up a 3rd and manageable now.
Yeah, it's good to see the Tigers run that counter. I think they're trying to see if you know, what Boyden-Hull Rock Valley is keen off of are all their linebackers flowing the direction that the B-back goes, and if that's the case, allows your quarterback to come back unchecked.
Carter Petzenhauser checks into the game. He will be split wide left as a wide receiver. Ethan Hyder staying in tight as a tight end on the right side of the formation. Jack DeWitt going under center. Mikey Jordan comes in motion. Handoff left side and tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Ball came out late, but I think it was caused by the ground. And a gain of about 4 for John Nissen, but he'll be shy of the first down sticks.
Well, the Tigers were able to get 1 first down in that drive. Now it brings up 4th and a long 2. Ball on the Tigers 39, and the punt team comes out. Boy, an interesting game. Both teams score on their first drives. It gives us 7-7 here with 5:15 left, and then nothing since.
Good snap back to Blazek, gets the punt away, and it's a beauty. It's a knuckleball line drive, catch made by BHRV, and then the Tiger coverage team is there for the instantaneous stop. Evan Schmidt, Cal Ty, Mikey Jordan, or Landon Ellis rather, all in on that stop.
Yeah, that was excellent punt coverage, great snap, good special teams play as Boyden-Hull Rock Valley will take over on the 35, and it looks like we're going to have a COVID timeout.
7-7 our score, 5:04 left to play first half on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
The Spencer Channel 3 is online. Check it out. With Channel 3 Online, you can watch community and school programming, original shows, local cultural events on demand right from your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Access to Channel 3 Online comes free with your SMU cable subscription. Get started with Channel 3 Online today. Visit smunet.net for a direct link. Your favorite local programs are only a click away.
.504 remaining in the first half. Spencer 7, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 7. And the Tigers punting the football away, flip the field. BHRV will take over at its own 36-yard line. And after those initial, like you mentioned, the first 2 scoring drives of the game, both teams now feels like trying to find a little bit of a schematic advantage against the other team.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They've been playing even here. It was nice to see the Tigers able to get a good punt away and put them back on their side of the field.
And we've seen each team use a few wrinkles. We saw Boyden-Hull Rock Valley already looked like they were going to try and pass the football with the lead runner in Cody Noble. We saw the Spencer Tigers doing a little bit more of that quick handoff. That time we saw Cadence Hoffmeyer pick up the first down on the handoff that hits to the edge quickly. So BHRV comes onto the field now.
And we got backers subbed out here. We've got Cadence Hoffmeyer in there, as well as Mikey Jordan in at back.
Spread out as usual for BHRV. 4 receivers. Man goes in motion. Handed off to Cody Noble right up the middle, and he takes a big hit right as he hits the hole. And that was Logan Huckfeld, who's come up with a couple of big plays here in this first half. And Logan that time looked like a linebacker driving through Cody Noble to bring him down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, he sure did. Coming from his defensive tackle position to get down to the other side and just pop him with the shoulder pads like that. That was an explosive tackle.
I'm going to be honest, I thought that was Cadence Hoffmeyer because of the way that it played out in the form tackle from Logan Huckfeld. Trips to the left, 1 receiver right. Katz looking left, now over the middle to set up the screen. It's tipped and then bobbled and dropped by Cody Noble. Noble had a chance to make the clean catch after that tip by one of the Tiger defensive linemen who got a hand on it.
Yeah, I think it was Hyder that might have got a hand on it on the defensive end. 2 screens here. That one would have been effective as well, and that's a good call by the Nighthawks. Take advantage of the Tigers' aggressiveness of the defensive line. So it brings up 3rd and 8 with the incomplete.
You're right. It was either Hyder or Huckfeld that got a hand on it. And now it's 3rd down and 8. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Katz rolling left immediately. Pump fake. Flag flies. Katz tries to scramble now. Nowhere to go. And the Tigers will get to him and bring him down. Does pick up positive yardage, but it's only a gain of a couple. Again, great coverage downfield by the Tigers, as that's essentially a coverage sack, even though it doesn't result in a sack.
Yeah, he's rolling to his left. Good to see Brogan Sire back out there healthy. Was able to set the edge, turn him back in.
So it's thrown in an area oftentimes associated with holding, and that was the call. But the Tigers will decline it, as it will bring up a 4th and long.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 8 here since they declined the penalty. Great coverage by that Tiger secondary. And again, good pursuit. And And here comes the Boyden-Hull Rock Valley Nighthawks punt team.
I'm sure that Tiger back seven, after giving up a 42-yard touchdown, said, hey, we need to lock in on these receivers and do a better job, and they certainly have from that point forward. So the Nighthawks come out with their punt formation, 4th and about 7. Ball at the 40 of BHRV, just over 4 minutes left to play first half. Good snap back to Noble, gets away his best punt of the night, end-over-end kick, takes a sideways bounce and will be caught by a Boyden-Hull Rock Valley gunner at the Tiger 28. So the Tiger offense comes over from the sideline and will take over once again. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 28. And a timeout taken by the referee. An injured player down for BHRV. We'll take a timeout with them. 7-7 our score on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm going to miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Field. After the punt by Cody Noble, Spencer takes over 1st and 10 from its own 28, 4:11 left to play first half. Tigers split one receiver wide left, one wide right. Carter, the receiver, on the wide side of the field. Tigers run it right and a big hit right after the handoff. Short gain on the play by John Nissen, gain of 2.
Yeah, Rosenboom there from his linebacker position, and man, he closes fast. I mean, those linebackers get downhill. When it looks like there's some running room, they fill the gap.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there must be at least one Rosenboom on a BHRV team at all times, and so it's Jackson's time, and he's taking the most of it. 2nd down and 8 for the Tiger offense now. Ball at the 29 of Spencer. Tigers run counter. Actually, Jack looking to throw. On the move, looks downfield, tucks it, going to run now, gets near the sideline, jumps at the end, and he's knocked out of bounds on a somersault, pops right back to his feet and has a first down.
Yeah, good decision there. Pretty good coverage downfield. Jack got the edge, picks up the first down, gets out of bounds. 3:29 left here in the first half. 7-7, moves the ball up to the 39.
There was 3 receivers in the formation downfield, and you're right, it was pretty good coverage. Good idea there by DeWitt as he picks up 11 on the scramble.
You know, I like that boot action to his left side. Look good, good offensive line, good set, good protection.
2 high safeties remaining back for BHRV. Tigers will run rocket toss right with Kenny Rash. Kenny has blocking on the edge. If he can make a man miss, tripped up and knocked down after that initial defender that I said Kenny had to beat, just able to reach out and get a hold of his thigh pads and bring him down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, the defensive end made a great play because Mikey Jordan blew him up. I mean, he hit him hard, but he stayed to the outside and kind of blocked him in the direction that Kenny was trying to turn the corner, but I can't believe he had the balance to make that tackle.
Yeah, really good job there by the defender. 2nd down and 8 now, ball at the Tiger 40. Carter Petzenhauser, the lone receiver, split to the wide side of the field. Tigers running left. Hand off to the B-back. Ball's on the ground, and BHRV comes up with it. Tigers with the turnover. BHRV recovers. As that football was laying on the ground, Cade Fisher was able to find it. And BHRV in business on the plus side of the field.
Yeah, it was Beer to the left side. Johnny cut inside, and as he was going down, lost the football. And so that's the first turnover of the game here tonight with 2:45 left. And it happens on the Tigers' 43.
Cade Fisher with the recovery. As BHRV gets a shot in the arm for the offense of the Nighthawks. 1st and 10 now, football at the 43 of Spencer. Caleb Katz in the shotgun. Man goes in motion, handoff to Cody Noble, coming right with the football, and he lowers the shoulder, tackled by Kenny Rash and Ethan Hyder after a gain of 3.
Yeah, counter back to the right side. Kenny came up from a strong safety position. Ethan was able to run him down from the defensive end, and he just made a comment to the official saying, hey, he was kind of pulling me here to the inside.
A lot of pre-snap motion from BHRV, sometimes as many as 4 or 5 men in motion. What does that do to a defense?
Boy, you're looking at keys, and everybody's adjusting, and when they move like that, we have to move, and so it's, that first series you saw it really took its toll because we couldn't get matched up as fast.
Trips left, one receiver right. Katz in the shotgun with Noble next to him. Katz looking to throw. Double pumps, throws over the middle. Catch made. First down and down to the 25-yard line on the gain of 15. Through the air. That time it's Heiser again. Cole Heiser comes up with his third catch of the night. 15 yards this time. 3 catches for 62 for the wide receiver.
Yeah, did a nice job of just setting up right between our corner, linebacker, and free safety, just right in that area of the zone.
2 minutes left to play first half. Katz looking to throw it again. In trouble in the pocket, throws it away, and this is going to be, did that get back near the line of scrimmage? That's shy of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it, I think.
And there's no receiver in the area. I think there's a double case to be made there for intentional grounding, and the head referee is going to get some help from the lines judge. Tiger fans are encouraging them to throw the flag.
Not going to do it.
And no flag comes out, so they must have deemed a receiver in the area.
Yeah, they're asking for an explanation on the sideline. But anyway, good pressure there by Ethan Hyder to force him to throw it away.
Yeah, Katz was starting to feel that he was running out of time. And now BHRV hands it off to Cody Noble. Starts right, cuts back left, and a great open field tackle made by Kenny Rash as he was out there on a little bit of an island one-on-one with Cody Noble and limits Noble to a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, brings third down, ball on the 19. Minute 30 clock running here. Tiger defense needs to stiffen up.
Third down and 5, 1:24 left to go and counting here in the second quarter. Katz in the pistol, 4 receivers, looking left, still looking left, now comes back right, wants to run, flag flies, takes a big hit as he's dropped, and there is a penalty flag in the defensive secondary, which is not a good place on a third down.
No, it's not. I'm worried it's going to be a defensive holding on the backside unless he was looking into the offensive line. But that's, yeah, when the penalty's on the 10, it's not good. Usually.
Big hit there by Ethan Hyder combining with another Tiger defensive lineman to sandwich Caleb Katz. That other Tiger lineman was Logan Huckfeld, who again has been active here in this first half. And it is a penalty against the Tigers. Defensive holding in that Tiger secondary.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So that's going to be enough for a first down. That's going to move it to the 14 here.
You know the cliche about you could call offensive holding every play. You could call it a lot of times on defense too. First down and 10, football at the 15. Some confusion from the wide receiver who comes in to get some last-minute instructions from quarterback Caleb Katz. Trips right, one receiver left. Katz rolling to his right, looking downfield towards the end zone, throws it behind his receiver, and it's incomplete. Trying to link up with Cole Heiser at about the 5. Took a hit from Landon Ellis, and Heiser a little bit slow to get back to his feet, and in fact still down on all fours, but now back up and able to walk back towards the huddle.
Yeah, rolling right. Good coverage. Tigers had him covered in the end zone. He was trying to throw it back across the middle.
And Carter was on that coverage in the end zone, I believe.
Yep. And Landon was covering Heisel.
And Landon was in position if that throw was on the money to potentially break that up. Second down and 10. Football is at the 15 of the Spencer Tigers. 1:04 left to play first half. BHRV on the move.
He's waving the clock. Come on, guys.
BHRV in the shotgun. Caleb Katz gets the snap. Fakes handoff. Now gives it back to Noble running right. Noble tripped up from behind by Ethan Hyder and falls forward for a gain of 4, but Ethan Hyder keeping him from picking up 5, 6, maybe even more.
Yeah, you're right. That falling forward, and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley's done a good job of that. Third down, 45 seconds left, clock running.
BHRV taking a look over to the sideline, spending some time here. Now get over the football. 5 receivers in formation, empty set. Movement along the line of scrimmage, and there's the penalty flag. I was about to say there was all kinds of movement up front. BHRV players were getting antsy, and I think Caleb Katz just needed to take a moment to get everybody calmed down there.
Yeah.
Remember, Katz a junior quarterback. Sometimes a junior moving a little bit more quickly than a senior signal caller would be. He's done a nice job tonight, though. 3rd down and 12 after the penalty mark-off. Now the 5 players in motion. Cody Noble will get the snap directly in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to run right, puts his foot in the ground, cuts through a big hole, and Noble able to dive forward at the end of the run, picks up 8 yards on the carry. It will bring 4th and 4 to go with 18 seconds left. First half timeout taken on the field by BHRV for this 4th down and 5 upcoming. You're listening to News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD. Spencer 7, BHRV 7 here on KICD Radio.
Make it an awesome autumn. Autumn is many people's favorite season. What's not to love about pumpkins on the front step, baking an apple pie, and feeling a bit of chill in the air? As your local communications provider, Spencer Municipal Utilities would love to make your autumn even more awesome. Granted, we don't offer pumpkin spice internet, but we do offer awesome speeds up to 1 gig, awesome prices to fit any budget, and awesome employees who are here to help. Call Spencer Municipal Utilities at 712-580-5800 for an awesome internet plan.
18 seconds left to play first half. Spencer 7, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 7, and the Nighthawks on the football. 4th down and 5 to go, and the kicking team on the field for BHRV. So the Nighthawks, Gale and Ciso, to attempt this field goal. It will be a kick of 26 yards. Kick is on the way. It's well short, not going to make it to the crossbar, and it's actually wide of the left upright as the Tiger special teams unit gets all kinds of high fives coming back to the sideline. A little bit surprised there to see BHRV not go for it.
Shocked that they tried to kick the field goal there. I absolutely am, as they've been able to pick up yards at will with that spread. And you just thought with, watching their PAT barely go through, I was shocked. And nonetheless, Tiger defense comes through, celebrates like it's their own score, getting the stop there.
So make mental note of that. 14 seconds left in the half. A missed 26-yard field goal attempt as the Tigers run players onto the field, going to kneel this one down and be happy to go in the locker room tied 7-7, especially after that Tiger turnover that gave the short field to BHRV. A little bit of pushing and shoving up front there by the defensive line. Those defensive linemen, you can't let them get away with that kind of stuff, offensive line. And the Tigers will go into the halftime break as that is the final snap of the first half. Spencer 7, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 7. Entertaining first half. We'll have lots to talk about in our halftime show here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD. This is Tiger football.
Favorite part about being on the football team would just be the camaraderie and the togetherness we have. Just to play hard and get better every day. I do not. Nope. Haven't seen too many movies since they quit making the new ones, so I can't think of one off the top of my head, but watch a lot of movies. I'd say PE just because it's fun. Don't have to think. I have no idea. Car. I'd take a knife. Can I take a boat? Knife, a boat, and some sort of fire source. College somewhere. I don't know where though.
Tiger Marching Band Extravaganza on Sunday, October 11th at 4 p.m. here at Dale Level Field. Spencer Fine Arts Boosters will be providing a grab-and-go treat and a bottle of water for all pre-roll donations. If you aren't a member of this group and would like to support the arts in our school, membership to the FAB organization are available for purchase at several levels of giving starting at $25. Tonight's entertainment features Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, and Hand Clap by Fitz and the Tantrum. Tiger Marching Band, are you ready? Tiger Marching Band, you may take the field. Our game day sponsor tonight are JCL Solutions and Spencer Office Supplies.
Stop. Don't dig before you complete the following steps. Call 811 or click iowaonecall.com. It's quick, easy, and might save your life. Plan ahead of time to mark your proposed excavation area with white flags or paint. Wait 48 hours, not including weekends or holidays, for your local utilities to come and mark your area. Now you're ready to begin your project. Don't forget to call or click before you dig. It's quick, easy, free, and it's the law.
The camaraderie. It's always a great time to be with all the bros and hang out. I didn't play much last year, plan on playing a lot more this year, and just building up the team spirit as well. Favorite pro team is the Minnesota Vikings, man. I'm gonna have to go with artist Elvis Presley. 1917. I'm gonna have to go with animal science, because I love my animals. Probably close to 500-600 maybe. Pickup truck. I'd say a boat, some food, and some gas. I'm gonna go to AIT with the National Guard, and then go to college, finish up there.
If you notice that a streetlight is out or blinking, please go to our website at smunet.net and click on the Streetlight Outage Report link, and we will send out our customer service representative to get it fixed.
Across the country, we walk, carrying flowers that signify why we want to end Alzheimer's disease. But what if, one day, there was a white flower for Alzheimer's first survivor? What if there were millions of them? Join us for the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's. Register today at alz.org/walk.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Oh no! There's an easier way. With SMU's bank payment plan, you can pay your bill without ever leaving your home. Log on to smunet.net and sign up for SMU's bank payment plan today.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we...
Halftime break from Dale Norton Field in Spencer. 7-7 the score between Spencer and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley. Both teams have come out of the locker room, and we are just about set for the start of the third quarter. And as we get closer to kickoff here in the second half, we do have some college football to talk about. The Cyclones play tomorrow. Lucas DeWitt, big Cyclone fan next to me. What's the outlook for tomorrow and the Oklahoma Sooners?
Well, you know, it'd be a whole lot more fun to be playing the Sooners coming off a win. But I think, you know, after the...
That's the scary part, right? They're
really
going to be locked in and ready to go.
Yeah, this is a game that Oklahoma's going to be ready for. But, you know, Iowa State getting a victory against TCU last week. That was a big win. Seems like they're getting back on track. Should be a fun fun game on prime time, 6:30 tomorrow night.
And 15,000 fans?
15,000.
Do you know anyone that's going?
I do know a couple people that had season tickets that are excited to get over and make the journey, wearing the face mask, watching the game.
What was the process for the ticket allotment?
It was season ticket holders that kept them, and then they were given their choice, and then
And they just went down the list?
Yep, to where they're at for numbers.
So the Tiger kick-off team will be starting things off here as the Tigers got the football to start things. And you mentioned you were a little bit surprised at the start of the game that the Tigers didn't defer, but it turned out to work pretty well for Spencer, marching right down the field and scoring. It's just the fact that BHRV had an answer right away.
Yeah, the Tigers, confidence in their offense, and hey, we want the ball, we want to take it and go. I think it's also a show of confidence in their special teams, saying if you're going to kick it to Kenny and Carter, we know that your kicker's not a strong kicker that's going to put it in the end zone. We get a chance to get a return. And so the Tigers saying, hey, we'll take it. Let's see what we can do. And took a little over 4 minutes, marched down the field, gets a touchdown.
There is a little bit of a breeze right now, but it's kind of a swirling breeze because the flag is not really moving much at all at the northeast corner of Dale Norton Field. So I'm not sure if Ian will have much of an advantage due to the wind, but he will be kicking it right to left. BHRV back deep with Cody Noble standing at about his own 5-yard line. Spencer Tigers wearing the all-purple uniforms here tonight. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley in the white road uniforms.
Yeah, this is even though similar colors, no trouble telling who's who tonight.
That's true. Ian Youngdahl with the football on the tee. 5 Tigers to his left, 5 Tigers to his right. We are ready to go for the start of the third quarter as Ian will kick it away, and it's a high pop-up kick. Charging up and making the catch on the run, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley, and a great tackle by Evan Schmidt, who finds the return man and slings him down to the turf. Nowhere to go for Bryson Van Groot-Heast.
Boy, Schmidt on kickoff coverage has just been phenomenal this year. Seems like every game we're talking about the junior, 200 pounds, 6'4", comes down, makes an open field tackle.
Big part of the great job by the Tiger kickoff teams is those guys have bought in. They've bought into their roles on the kickoff coverage teams and punt coverage teams, and Evan Schmidt leading by example as we get motion into the backfield again, and Cody Noble will get the snap, has a lead blocker to his left, breaks through the hole, and then barrels through a would-be tackler at the end of the run as Cody Noble picks up 8 yards on first down.
Yeah, it was Mikey Jordan that came. Mikey Jordan came up with the tackle from his backer position. Not till he got 8.
Cody Noble did not cool off, it doesn't look like, during the halftime break. He was ready to go for that first carry. All kinds of motion again for BHRV. And again, Noble in the shotgun to take the direct snap. Runs right, now back to his left, and again, falling forward as he uses his shoulder pads to square up at the end of the run. And will pick up the exact 2 yards that he needed. And it will be enough to move the sticks. First down, BHRV.
Yeah, I believe it was Wyatt Leininger there and Brogan Sire and Evan Johnson over on the right side of the Tiger defense. Boyden-Hull running to their left.
Caleb Katz in the shotgun, and now motion with 5 players moving and realigning. Noble in the shotgun, gets the direct snap. He'll run right, big hole. Gets to the secondary and is finally chopped down at the end of the carry, but not before a gain of 10 right at the first down marker. Here's the football, try and stop it, says BHRV on these first 3 carries.
Yeah, this is just power football. Get it to your quarterback, and you've got 10 blockers.
Katz again in the shotgun, claps his hands together. Cody Noble now motions into the backfield, has a lead blocker in front of him, and he will run left. Tigers set the edge well, but Noble is able to just skirt around the edge of the left side of the line of scrimmage and pick up the first down as Noble carries it for 3 yards.
Yeah, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley had a tackle over there, power to their left. Tigers with a nice recognition and adjusted.
Pre-snap motion again to bring Noble into the backfield. Another direct snap for the running back. Gets the snap, hands it off to quarterback Caleb Katz on the jet sweep coming back right. Katz sets up the block nicely. Made a couple of men miss, and Caleb Katz will have a gain of 6 on first down.
Yeah, misdirection there. Came around. Hyder forced him back in. Caden Hoffmeyer came from his linebacker, was able to knock him down.
Of course, BHRV thinking the same thing we are. See Caleb Katz, or you see Cody Noble rather, carry it so many times in a row it can set up for a little trickeration. Now Katz in the shotgun to start. Noble motions back into the backfield as Katz goes wide. Trips to the left. Cody Noble gets the snap. He'll run that way. Has blocking set up in front of him. Evan Johnson forces him to turn back in and will limit him to a carry of about 2 as Cody Noble is brought down for a 3rd down and 2 upcoming.
Yeah, they brought the tackle overload to the right side, but trips on the left, and then they're running behind their stand-up blockers that are good athletic receivers. And Evan Johnson fighting off the double team, able to force him in.
Titan Coleman helped on the stop. Now BHRV's Caleb Katz gets the snap, hands it off to Cody Noble, and Noble with the straight-ahead dive will have the 1st down and more as Cody Noble gets it to the 36-yard line, a gain of 8 on the carry.
Yeah, Boyden-Hull's kind of going at tempo right now. They really picked up the pace with their play calling. And Tigers are on their heels here.
Just put a collar on Noble, and he is plowing through the ground in front of him. Hand off to Noble again. This time Katz gives it to him, and Noble nowhere to go as he gets to the line of scrimmage and then is wrapped up around the ankles and brought down. Titan Coleman with a absolute, basically a rodeo wrangle that time as he wrapped up the ankles of the ball carrier Cody Noble.
Well, that's a better job of our linebackers recognizing and coming up and filling the hole with authority as Titan Coleman came up. And we'll take a tackle for less than 1 yard gain.
9 yards to go, and now a motion penalty pre-snap will blow the play dead for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley as Caleb Katz was looking to roll out to his right. And Corey Brandt, the head coach of the Nighthawks, not happy with his offense, not getting set over on that far sideline. And now the motion penalty moves back BHRV for a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Yeah, and they're moving those different sets. 4 guys moving, 5 guys moving an overload. You're going to see how they don't get set in time, but this will move them back 5. And Mark, the other couple times we've seen them in this position, they've taken advantage of the Tigers' aggressiveness up front and run that screen. 2nd and 15 here.
Ball moves back to the 40 of Spencer, BHRV with the 2nd and long. Twins to each side of the field. Katz in the shotgun, Noble next to him. Katz rolling out to his right, looking back left for the throwback to Noble, makes the catch. Tigers are there, force him to cut inside, and a decent job in the end, limiting Cody Noble to a gain of 5. Caleb Katz, by the way, did take a hit as he got the football loose, and it will be a 3rd down and about 9 upcoming for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, they went to that screen. This was a screen to the side, throwback to the left sideline. I felt like, golly, should have tried to broke to the outside, ran back into the pursuit. Tigers recovering quickly, 3rd and 9. Big 3rd and 9 here as we start the second half.
I think it was a little deceiving from where we are that there was a Tiger out there that really did force him to come back our way. Trips to the right side, 1 receiver left. Katz all alone in the shotgun. Gets the snap for this 3rd and long. Throws it to the right side. Has a man, catch made by Van Kickerix. First time he has been found in the passing game. And Landon Van Kickerix, the leading receiver for BHRV, able to pick up about 17 yards on the completion over the middle.
Yeah, he was open. He stopped in the zone gap of where the Tigers were in coverage, kept him in front of him, but just nice pitch and catch, picks up the 1st down, moves it down to the 23 of the Tigers.
And Katz threw that with a ton of confidence because he saw him come wide open over the middle, put it right on the numbers, catch was made, and now Noble will motion back into the shotgun to take the direct snap. Van Kickerix will flank next to him. Actually, Noble bounces it outside immediately. Evan Johnson there to help make the stop alongside John Nissen, who's come in at linebacker. And a gain of just 1 on 1st down for Cody Noble.
Yeah, Evan Johnson did a great job of stringing that play out. And this is going to bring up the 12th play here of this half on this drive here for the Nighthawks as they've had the ball since the start. And it's going to go down under 7 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
7:05 left to play in the 3rd. 7-7 our score. Trips to the right, 1 receiver left. Katz in the shotgun, gets the snap, bobbles it, holds onto it now, looking to throw. Eyes downfield, catch made inside the 5, and reaching for the goal line and in for the touchdown is Van Groothuist. Bryson Van Groothuist reaches out across the goal line and gets into the end zone on the 16-yard pass completion for the score.
Yeah, Carter Petzenhauser was in the coverage out there, and he made a nice pass, threw it right over a defender. Carter kept him in front, and then he jumped over him into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Groothuist, kind of the 3rd banana when it comes to receiving targets for this BHRV team, but he has had a nice game here tonight. 2 catches for 42 yards and a touchdown. Extra point attempt from Gale Enciso is up, and it is good. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley with its first lead of the night, 14-7. Over the Spencer Tigers, 6:51 left to play, third quarter on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
A department of Spencer Hospital.
.651 left to play in the third quarter. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley takes its first lead over the Spencer Tigers 14-7 as Bryson Van Grote skids into the end zone on a 16-yard pass and catch from quarterback Caleb Katz to his wide receiver, made the catch inside the 5 and then jumped over the defender, reached for the goal line, and into the end zone for the score. So the Tigers find themselves down by a score for the first time in the game tonight. Spencer led early 7-0. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley has answered with 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, that was a 12-play, 75-yard drive that took 5 minutes, 9 seconds off the clock. And, Mark, is this the first time we've trailed since the Webster City game?
Probably is, yes.
I think so. We'll see how the Tigers respond here.
Tigers with a chance to get their hands on the football here on a kick return potentially, and it is a deep kick. Carter Petznauser will have a chance at a return. Catches it at the 10. Sets up the middle return, now cuts it back to the left, and he is gathered in and brought down at the 24-yard line by the coverage team from BHRV. Jackson Rosaboom in on the stop for the Nighthawks. So a 1st and 10 for the Tiger offense. Spencer taking one more chance to huddle up near the sideline. Coach Ty and Coach Thompson down there with some last-minute instructions. Tiger offense on the field. John Nissen, the B-back. Kenny Rash and Mikey Jordan, the slot backs. One receiver split wide right. Is that Derek Huss?
It's Huss, yes.
Kenny Rash with some false motion will reset. BHRV did not move. Tigers run right. John Nissen gets the straight handoff through the hole, levels up his shoulder pads, and then is in a tackle that brings him down for a gain of 2.
That was that down play the Tigers like to run when it's just a set play. That's what John scored his 2 40-plus yard touchdowns at Storm Lake on, was that very play where it's just assignment football, and they're not running the option on that set.
So the Tigers with the direct handoff to John Nissen for a short gain, and now a 2nd down and about 7 to go, 6:15 and counting here in the third quarter. BHRV leads by a touchdown. Jack DeWitt goes under center, gets the snap, penalty flag flies, pitch to Mikey Jordan, makes the catch, spins and is tackled, actually going to lose a yard, but we'll have to wait and see on this penalty flag as that play probably coming back.
Yeah, I think so. I think we moved a little bit before the snap on the far side, and we'll see if they take the penalty or decline it because there was a loss on the play.
Spencer losing a yard on the option play. Head referee lets us know that it was a motion penalty, and it is declined by the Nighthawks. Like you mentioned, this will now bring up a 3rd down and 8 to go. So now the Tigers with some decisions to make here. Do they try to go to the air? Do not want to go 3 and out and give the football right back to the Nighthawks.
Yeah, no, you don't. But right now we don't have Carter in on this set, so I'd be surprised if we do pass here.
Derek Huss split wide right. He's the lone receiver away from the formation. Fake the toss right. Jack looking to throw left. John Nissen with the catch, and he's down the sideline and shoved out of bounds at the 42. The one-handed grab by John Nissen as it was up around his shoulder pads, and John able to cushion the throw and bring it in on a nice pass from Jack DeWitt.
Yeah, Jack ran the bootleg, faking the action to the right, rolled back to his left, threw it to Johnny in the flat in a much-needed Tiger 1st down.
Are you going to apologize to John Nissen for doubting him in a passing pattern there?
No.
Did have a catch earlier in the year.
I wasn't questioning Johnny's hand.
I know. I was just giving you a hard time.
that our best receiver is on the sideline. But
No,
he's been playing both ways.
I
and
was
he's
with
tired.
you. That was not a passing formation or personnel necessarily for the Tigers, and the Tigers fooled everybody. Jack DeWitt running right, sneaks his way through the hole, and Jack with a nice carry on first down is able to pick up close to first down yardage. He'll have a gain of 9. That's another wrinkle that we didn't talk about at halftime. Jack getting involved in the running game, giving BHRV something to think about, because we've seen Kenny, we've seen also John Nissen with the football in his hands, and we've seen Jack with that touchdown run in the first half. Those 3 levels gives the defense a lot to think about.
It really does, and that was a good decision to just cut it back up. 2nd and 1 here. You wonder if the Tigers will air it out here, Mark.
It is a passing situation potentially. Carter Petznauser is in the backfield. Tigers will hand it off to John Nissen on the quick hitter for the first down, and John Nissen barrels forward for 4. And I'm sure that didn't go unnoticed by BHRV that Carter was in the backfield, and you wonder if that bought Spencer just enough misdirection to get John on the quick hitter for a first down.
Yeah, I like it. First down, cross midfield to the 44 of Boyden-Hull Rock Valley. Boy, that 3rd down was so pivotal coming off of their touchdown to just keep the chains moving, keep the offense on the field.
4:40 left to play in the 3rd. Tigers trail by 7. 1st and 10. Carter Petznauser remains in as one of the Tiger slot backs. Mikey Jordan goes in motion. Handoff John Nissen left side, and John wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage and slung down to the turf by one of the defensive players from BHRV. It was actually Cody Noble who came up and made the stop. And you mentioned in the first half, is Cody Noble going to start to wear down at any point in this game? But right now, he is not showing signs of tiredness.
No, not at all. I mean, you know, it's one thing to go both ways, but when you're in on every play as a linebacker, and as a quarterback, he carries it 85% of the time, if not more.
Well, what did Coach Brandt tell us in the pregame about Cody? He loves football, so we probably shouldn't be too surprised. Tigers with 1 receiver split right. Jack DeWitt running the option. Can't make the pitch, holds on to the football, and is brought down in the backfield for a loss. Penalty flag comes in very late, and I think that's going to be in on that tackle on Jack DeWitt.
Yeah, I think it was he was down and they hit him on the ground is what I think it's going to be, as a personal foul penalty would be my guess.
Yeah, it's good to see Jack pop up because he did get bent backwards a little bit. You're right. I think he went down to the turf, and a BHRV player came through and attempted to drive him backwards, and there is a BHRV player down injured right now right at midfield. And we will take an injury timeout here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD after we get this penalty call. And it is a personal foul against BHRV for that hit on quarterback Jack DeWitt that's going to march Spencer up the field on the penalty yardage.
Yeah, we'll take 15 any way we can get him. And good to see Jack get up, as, boy, he did get twisted back weird. And that's a situation the Tigers are going to come back to, is they have Carter as the pitch man. It's a speed option to the right. And Boyden-Hull Rock Valley defender got into the pitch lane. And if Jack can get it out there just a split second quicker, Carter's going to have the edge.
But he did have an awkward angle there.
Terrible angle.
He would have been pushing it forward, and there was the hand in the way. And you're right, it was not there for him on that play. But it is something for the future to keep an eye on as the BHRV player being attended to with 3:45 left to play 3rd quarter. Nighthawks lead the Spencer Tigers 14-7 here on KICD Radio.
FDIC.
.45 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The Boyden-Hull Rock Valley player able to walk over to the Nighthawks sideline, and we will have the resumption of the Tiger drive momentarily, but the football has moved all the way to the 33 of Boyden-Hull Rock Valley after that personal foul, late hit on the Tiger quarterback Jack DeWitt as he was already down on the ground. And now the Spencer Tiger offense gets that added 15 yards of penalty yardage, and Spencer nearing the red zone.
Yeah, Tigers responding from the Boyden-Hull taking the first kickoff, marching down the field and scoring. And so the Tigers trying to answer the call.
Goes back to that big 3rd down that the Tigers were able to pick up earlier on this drive. The pass completion from quarterback Jack DeWitt to John Nissen, 18 yards through the air. John's 2nd catch of the year. And now the Spencer Tiger offense will have a 1st and 10 football at the 33. And before this drive, or I should say before this snap even starts, I'm sure the Tigers talking about potentially here being in 4-down territory, or give the option to kicker Ian Youngdahl to attempt a field goal, as this is proving to be probably a pretty tight game all the way through 4 quarters. Spencer Tigers have everybody in tight. Carter Petzenhauser remains in the game as a slot back on the left side. Jack goes under center. Running the option to the right side. Keeps the football, cuts upfield, and Jack with a nice gain on 1st down. Able to pick up 4, maybe 5 as the sideline marker moves up the field. It looks like it will be a gain of 4 on 1st down.
Yeah, option to the right side. Again, I like that speed option. You've got Carter out there as an option. But the defense flew to the outside, allowing him to cut it up the middle.
And remember, the Carter touchdown pass that we saw earlier this year came from him in the game as a slot back in the backfield. He started in the backfield, ran a wheel route. As the Tigers get to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 6. Handoff left side to John Nissen. Football's on the ground, and the Tigers may have turned the football over again. Who comes up with it? Spencer, it looks like, somehow maybe got back on the football. No signal initially, still no signal.
They're still talking about it.
They got everybody out of the pile, and Spencer standing around the football, and it looks like the Tigers got it back.
Yeah, Johnny Nissen. Oh!
And now the call, BHRV football.
After a discussion, that's crazy.
Long discussion, and I still never saw exactly who came out of the pile with the football, but the way it was placed down, it looked like the Tigers were going to keep it.
I think they are. He's coming over and talking to us. He says, I apologize for the error. Spencer football, 3rd down.
So the Tigers will keep it.
Wow. He pointed the wrong way, Mark.
All right, so 3rd down and 4 to go.
Boy, you need to get your blood pressure back in check.
Yeah, the Tiger offense back to the line of scrimmage. Everybody in tight once again. Jack DeWitt gets the snap. Tigers running left. John Nissen with the football. Same play, quick hitter. Gain of 3, and it will bring up a 4th down and short. So that was 3rd and 4. John picks up 3, and it will be 4th and 1 yard to go.
Yeah, it's going to be right on the 25 here. 4th and a long one for the Tigers.
Ball at the 25 of BHRV. 4th down and short for the Tigers. 2:40 left to play, 3rd quarter. Spencer 7, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 14. Tiger offense stays in the game. Will the Tigers go on 2 here? That's my question. Jack DeWitt gets the snap. Around the right side on the option. Makes the pitch to Carter. Carter dives for the line to gain and didn't not get there. Chopped down right at the knees was Carter Petzenhauser. Great tackle made by the Boyden-Hull Rock Valley defender. I think that was maybe the cornerback, Dawson Van Beek, who came up and made the stop.
Yeah, Jack just pitched it out there. I think he could have turned it up and got it. But trying to get it to Carter to get to the outside, get the corner, and great defensive play to come up and make that tackle.
And it was Van Beek, number 12, who came up, realized where the football was going, and was on a line to find Carter Petzenhauser and make that tackle in space. Great play by Van Beek on the gain of 1 on the carry. Tigers needed about 1.5. So 1st and 10 BHRV after the turnover on downs. Running the football right, and a big hit at the line of scrimmage by Cadence Hoffmeyer to bring down the quarterback, Caleb Katz, who got the handoff from the tailback, Cody Noble. No gain on the play.
Yeah, the Tigers started that offensive drive on their own 24, took it down to Boyden-Hull's 24. And with the stop there, brings up 2nd and 10.
BHRV will have Katz in the shotgun here. And now Noble will motion into the backfield as everyone switches. And Noble looking to get the direct snap. He'll run left. Tigers try to get out to him. Makes the first man miss. Makes the second man miss. Tigers not wrapping up as they tackle. And Cody Noble brings it out to the 45, a gain of 20.
Yeah, Cadence Hoffmeyer had a good angle there. And he cut back on him. Cadence flew by him, slipped. And then he was able to break a couple more tackles. Kenny came up and hit him with the shoulder pads, but didn't wrap up, and he was able to get 5 more.
Cody Noble continuing to run hard as this game moves along. He looks to be getting stronger. Already 18 carries, 118 yards for Noble. 1:36 left to play, 3rd quarter. Here's Noble on the handoff, straight ahead, lowering his shoulder at the end of the run. And Cody Noble will pick up 4 yards on the carry on his 19th of the night.
Cadence Hoffmeyer came up from his linebacker position. He and Titan Coleman are in there as backers.
2nd down and 6 now. Football at the 49 of BHRV. Approaching midfield. Noble in the shotgun next to Caleb Katz. Katz, the quarterback, to get the snap. Hands it off to Noble. Noble running right tackle. Drags a pile of Tiger tacklers with him and gets close to first down yardage. A gain of 6. And it's right at the sticks. No signal. Might have a measurement upcoming. Nope, head referee says first down. Just across the line to gain the 45, gain of 6. First down for Cody Noble.
As we talked, we thought Noble might start getting tired, and that's not the case. He's the type of back that you talk about that finishes runs. I mean, he really falls forward and he pushes the pile.
I don't think he was sitting around during the pandemic doing a whole lot of nothing. Noble will motion into the shotgun again, ready to take the direct snap. Tigers trying to make sure everybody's set up well. Noble going to run it left with his lead blockers, and the Tigers were there ready for it that time. And Noble actually has a knee come down and touch in the backfield as he was caught up to by Brogan Sire, a loss of 1.
Yeah, Tigers doing a good job of recognizing the overload to their left. As they had guys over, Tigers adjusting, sliding down. Brogan popped up, forcing it back inside. That's just an old-fashioned quarterback power, quarterback sweep, going around the side, following his blockers.
And that was the Tigers selling out to get to that strong side of the play. Caleb Katz in the shotgun. Now Noble motions into the backfield. No overload. Well, there is a tackle over left side, but Noble will run it right. Get some good blocking. Tigers catch up to him and bring him down. Kenny Rash with the first contact. Landon Ellis and Cadence Hoffmeyer help on the stop, but it's a gain of 4 for Noble and sets up 3rd down and 7 to go.
And the last time they were in this setup, they were able to throw it into the seam, but that's going to be the end of 3.
That was a quick-moving third with a lot of running plays from both teams in the quarter. And after 3, it's Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 14, Spencer 7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. From the time you step in the shower first thing in the morning and quick start the dishwasher before leaving the house for the day, to grabbing a glass of water after an evening walk, we know you expect quality water to meet all your needs. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Being able to compete with my friends, to go over 500 as a team. Nebraska. I listen to rap, probably Hot Rod on Netflix. PE, because it's easy. I'm not sure. A lot. My car, a fishing pole, a boat, and a spear. Pursue a career in engineering.
Dale Norton Field in Spencer, where the Spencer Tigers lead the Boyden-Hull Rock, or I should say Boyden-Hull Rock Valley leads the Spencer Tigers 14-7 as the Nighthawks grab the first lead of the game for BHRV here in the second half with the drive early in the 3rd quarter. And now BHRV on the football for a 3rd and 7 to go. Football at the 42 of the Tigers, where Boyden-Hull Rock Valley will split 4 receivers essentially to the left, 1 to the right. Empty set for Caleb Katz. Pressured. Titan Coleman wraps him up. Katz still going to get the throw away, and it's incomplete. Dangerous throw by Caleb Katz, and now a penalty flag thrown in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, Katz looks like he kind of rolled his ankle, but he's walking it off. I don't know if they're going to say that. We'll see what the call is here, Mark.
Katz was wrapped up in the backfield, just spinning down to the turf, throws it away, and it's an intentional grounding call against Caleb Katz.
Yeah, that's huge.
I was really worried that was going to be against the Tigers.
I was too. I was worried that they said that he had him in his grasp and took him to the ground, but he threw the ball. So that's huge. 5-yard penalty, loss it down, takes them out of really going for it easily. Not to say that they won't with the ball just across midfield, but that's a huge penalty.
Yeah, that changes the thought process totally for BHRV, and it brings up a 4th and 13 now. Maybe actually the
from the
chain
spot.
hadn't moved back. Yeah, so it's going to be way more than that. It'll be 4th and about 20. So a huge loss on the play, penalty yardage and the loss of down. And now Cody Noble and the punt team for BHRV on the field, ready to kick it deep to the two Tiger return men. Noble gets the snap, steps in, takes the punt, and puts it to the Tiger sideline, and it went out of bounds pretty quickly. And the side judge is going to stop at the Tiger 31. So the Tiger offense will take over 1st and 10 from the Tiger 31-yard line. Credit to Titan Coleman on that last play, getting into the backfield and able to at least get his hands on Caleb Katz and wrap him up.
Absolutely. Titan Coleman's playing with a broken thumb. You heard that in the homecoming game. Actually got cast up with a cast on the sideline there, and then came back out and played the second half and had great pursuit there on that last play.
Tiger offense takes over 1st and 10 from its own 32. 11:48 left to play. Tigers trail by 7. Spencer running left. Jack DeWitt keeps it through the hole, and Jack is brought down after a short gain, a gain of 2 on 1st down.
Yeah, that was just a speed option to the left, and what you're seeing is Boyden-Hull Rock Valley is big and strong up front. We're not breaking a lot of tackles. You know, Jack's not going to power you, but it's hidden down for most of our backs here tonight.
That's a good point. There has not been much yards after contact for the Tigers here in this one. Spencer with everybody in tight in the formation. Jack DeWitt gets the snap, looking to throw, looks downfield, has time, steps up in the pocket, tries to scramble, and there's nowhere to go as the defensive line collapses and sandwiches the Tiger quarterback. Jack DeWitt does get back to about the line of scrimmage, but that is it, as BHRV was able to find him.
Yeah, Evan Schmidt running wide there, but we weren't able to get it to him.
Noble in on the stop as well on that tackle.
Boy, that was a tough chance. I don't think Jack could see.
I like the protection initially.
It was. It was good.
BHRV bringing in some last-minute personnel as the Tigers split out. Carter Petznow wide right and trips to the left, but the Tigers not set up. Did they get set? Spencer looking right. Now there's a penalty flag. Carter with the catch, but this play has all kinds of problems as Carter will lose a yard in the end, but I'm not sure the Tigers ever got set on that play.
Yeah, they didn't. We tried to go trips to the left, and we didn't get either of our slots set. And the play clock going, we snapped it and then tried to throw it out, and actually Carter was covered pretty well as well. That was just blown up from the get-go.
Injured player down for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley with the Nighthawks leading 14-7, 10:24 left to play. You're listening to Tiger Football on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Supporting local community events you attend throughout the year or sponsoring an event your child participates in. Improving infrastructure throughout the community of Spencer for current and future residents, while providing services you can count on to make Spencer shine. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we keep you connected. Safety is our #1 priority for our employees and the entire community. We assist in safely locating underground utilities when businesses and homeowners have simple projects to complete. Providing safe, reliable services is what we do. At Spencer Municipal Utilities, we are keeping you connected 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We keep you connected to your world.
Brevin Kramer, the defensive tackle, over to the sideline for BHRV under his own power. That's good to see as the Tiger punt team comes onto the field for this 4th and 8. Blake Blazek will stand at his own 20 to receive this long snap from Cal Ty, Spencer Tiger long snapper. BHRV return men standing at their own 35. Good snap back to Blazek, makes the catch, punts it away, and it's a nice spiral kick. Fair catch called for, and the catch made at the 30 by Jackson Rosaboom.
Pretty nonchalant after it bounces with the...
Yeah, very much so. So BHRV's offense will take over from its own 30. There's a penalty flag back by where the Tigers punted it.
2 personal fouls.
Offsetting personal fouls against Spencer and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley. So there was something there that continued on, and it will offset.
Usually an offset, I mean, you could repunt, they just let it stand. Huh?
So the BHRV offense will take over from its own 31. And the Spencer Tiger defense needing to get a stop and get the football back into the hands of the Tiger offense.
And I see the Tigers create a turnover here. As
BHRV +1 in the turnover category tonight. Tigers have fumbled twice, recovered the second fumble. And BHRV's Caleb Katz in the shotgun to start things at least. And now the motion with everyone resetting and Cody Noble into the backfield to get the shotgun direct snap. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, now runs left. Tigers are there, and they will make the stop on Cody Noble as Spencer not fooled that time by the fake handoff to Caleb Katz. And Evan Johnson was there. Again, he's done a great job of setting the edge tonight. Got some help from Brogan Sire and Keaton Hoffmeyer.
Yeah, doing a good job of getting upfield. And they've been running that sweep to the trip side. That time they ran against the grain. Tigers not fooled. Brogan Sire pinched down, and Schmidt came up, 2nd and 10.
Just not the wave of humanity coming back the other way, and it didn't allow Noble to get the head of steam. Noble again to get the direct snap in the shotgun. Trips right. He will run that way, looking to throw it potentially. Now has to backtrack. Kenny Rash gets to him and brings him down, and Noble brought down awkwardly. And no penalty flags, but it was an awkward tackle. And Lucas, I think you're worried about a horse collar.
Yeah, I was, but I think he might have a high ankle sprain on that one, Mark. He went down. That was a wicked tackle.
Well, it was nothing that Kenny did wrong, but his own body followed through, and you're right, did roll up on the legs of Cody Noble, it looked like, and he is down in the backfield, and everyone concerned, and rightfully so, because of that awkward fall. In the end, it's a huge loss on the play of about 12 yards. Kenny Rash's speed coming into play once again, but an injury timeout on the field. Cody Noble down injured. 9:28 left to play. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 14, Spencer 7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Well, back on over to the BHRV sideline, but now a 3rd and 21 for the BHRV offense that takes a long look to the right sideline and tries to get things figured out here with a big loss, obviously, with no Cody Noble in the game. And now a timeout taken by BHRV, and Lucas trying to get figured out who the personnel was out there for BHRV. But
yeah,
timeout. I don't think they were on the same page with no Cody Noble in the game, trying to get everyone on the field they needed.
I think it was probably a smart timeout. I mean, granted, it's 3rd and 20, so they need a big play. But who's going to line up in the backfield, and what were they going to do? And they got out there, they looked around, called the timeout. That was a huge sack by Kenny. And we should talk about this. That was just a good adjustment, as he's been able to roll pass run option and kind of just pick his spots, and the Tigers have been waiting for him. That time, Kenny forced the issue, got in the backfield, chased him down.
And Noble was looking to throw, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I mean,
he
was taking his time and continuing to draw that play out horizontally, and then at the last moment, he started to go backwards because he knew he was in trouble, and Kenny was able to close that distance with a very short amount of time and was able to get to Noble and then bring him down to the turf. So 3rd and 21 to go for the BHRV offense. Caleb Katz on the field, and Cody Noble still has not returned. So you fully expect this to be in the hands of the quarterback, Katz. As a personal protector, gets the snap, hands it off, fumbled, but the Nighthawks fall right on top of it on a play that goes to the handoff immediately for a player that hasn't touched the football yet tonight. That was number 19, Blake Canagator. Has his first touch on a 3rd and forever, and he bobbled it but quickly found the football again on the ground.
Wow, this is huge because they're punting from their own 17. So you've got Tigers on the 50. So you'll have Kenny and Christian Hookfin back there. Should we get the ball in?
And Noble not in the game to punt either. New punter in the game. I can't see the number. The kick is, oh, it is Noble. He came back in to make the kick. Hookfin catches it at the 50, makes the first man miss, sets up his blockers right through the middle, and then Christian is gang tackled at the 45 of BHRV. Christian never goes down easily, and it took 4 Nighthawks to finally drive him into the turf. I bet Christian's a beast in the squat rack like his brother Trey was.
Yeah, he's a big body when he gets going, and he couldn't ever really get his momentum on that to the sideline. He had to kind of stop and shift gears, but made a nice clean catch. And the Tigers with great field position here, best field position to start a possession on the Nighthawks 45.
1st and 10 for the Tiger offense. Jack DeWitt hands it off left side to Cadence Hoffmeyer, hits the hole, breaks one tackle, and gets out to the 40-yard line as Cadence was wrapped up around one ankle. And if he gets away from that grip, he had a bigger gain, but still a nice carry, 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, Cadence, you can see that he's got an explosive first step tonight. He really looks quick off of the snap. And 2nd and 5 is a good spot here for the Tigers.
So the Tiger offense over the football. Carter Petznauser split wide right, one receiver to the left. Cody Noble is in the game at linebacker. Tigers running right. Cadence with it again. Hits the hole. 2nd level. Still running inside the 30 and brought down at the 26-yard line. And you're right, Cadence with a little bit of a hop in his step picks up 14.
Yeah, we usually see that at a Johnny Nissen, and he's fighting that ankle. And Cadence with the pop, and the Tigers going fast tempo here on the ball.
1st and 10. Tigers one receiver each side of the formation. Spencer running right, and a penalty flag right at the start of the play to blow it dead. Got the handoff to Cadence Hoffmeyer, but it's going to be a motion penalty beforehand, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Tigers going on tempo, just getting a little bit antsy there. It's going to be a motion penalty against the Tigers. Back them up. So it'll be 1st and 15. 7:37 left here in the game. Tigers trailing by 7.
Ball placed at the 31 now for this 1st and long, 1st and 15. Tiger offense takes the look over to the right sideline. Gets the play call, checks the wristbands. Jackson Richter is the receiver on the far side. Tigers running it right. Jack DeWitt with the football, hit in the backfield and dropped. Blitz from Rosaboom, and Rosaboom got to the quarterback and made the big play, a loss of 3.
Yeah, tough sledding there. It was just an outside speed option trying to get to the corner. Blitz going the wrong direction here, Tigers, is going to bring up 2nd and 20. Ball back on the 34.
John Nissen comes into the game, replacing Cadence Hoffmeyer. And Christian Hookfin into the game as well. And now Landon Ellis comes into the game. So the Tigers will have 3 receivers on the left side of the formation. Carter Petznauser on the right side. And Jack DeWitt ready to go under center. Jack gets the snap, looking to throw the football, but he's pressured in the backfield, throws off his back foot. Catch made by Kenny Rash near the sideline, and Kenny ushered out of bounds, gain of 6 on the nice pitch and catch, but it was a lot of work, and the Tigers still are going to have a 3rd and long upcoming.
Yeah, Jack set up to go left to the trip side, flushed out, went back right, able to make the completion. 3rd and 15 here.
Kenny's 2nd catch of the night, 2 catches for 15 yards, 6:31 left to play, 3rd and 14, ball at the 30 of BHRV. And the Tigers over the football for this 3rd and 14. Christian Hookfin split wide right, trips to the left side, Carter Petznauser the outside receiver. 5 seconds on the play clock, the snap. Jack rolling out to his left, eyes downfield, steps, throws, through the hands, incomplete. Carter Petznauser got his hands on it, couldn't catch it. And then it was dropped by the defender behind him, Van Kickericks, and the Tigers very fortunate that that was not picked off.
Yeah, went through Carter's hands. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down. He was about 10 yards downfield, so it's going to be 4th and 15. I think the Tigers are going to go for it here with 6:25 left.
Yeah, it looks, by all indications, the offense will stay on the field. And the Tigers, taking their time with 15 on the play clock, need to show a little hustle here. 10 seconds on the play clock, still looking to the sideline. Trips to the left side, 1 receiver to the right. Now a timeout will be called by the Tiger offense. Got to make sure you have everything set up correctly for this 4th and long. 6:25 left to play. And we'll keep it right here as the Tigers come over to the sideline to discuss this very pivotal play in this game with just over 6 minutes remaining and the Tigers trailing by 7.
Yeah, Tigers with running out that trip set, which is not a natural set. Guys might have to be looking a little further down on the wristband to see what the routes and numbers are. And when everybody got set, Jack was not up to the line yet, and it was at 3, had to take the timeout.
Jack DeWitt tonight, 3 for 4 passing the football. That was just his first incompletion there moments ago. Tigers in the ground game led by Jack DeWitt as well, 12 carries for 63. John Nissen, 15 carries for 52 yards. Kenny Rash has carried 5 times for 21. Cadence Hoffmeyer, 5 carries for 33. Leading receiver for Spencer, John Nissen with 1 catch for 18. Kenny Rash, 2 catches for 15 yards. So the Tiger offense huddling up near the sideline after Spencer uses its first time out of the second half. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley has used one also. And the Tigers making sure they have all of their I's dotted and T's crossed as they get set for this 4th down.
And we've talked about this, Mark. You know, teams that get behind on the chains, it creates problems. And that happened there with that motion penalty, and we never got out from underneath it. The next play was a tackle for loss. And so now you're looking at a 4th and 15 after getting great field position to start.
And the unfortunate thing about that motion penalty, too, it was partially because the Tigers are trying to go tempo and keep the foot on the gas. That was a first down.
And you know Coach Ty didn't want to burn a timeout there in a tight game like this with 6:20 left. You know, trailing with a 4th and 15, you just want to make the play call, but had no choice.
Yeah, no choice. I think you had to call the timeout there. Make sure that have the right personnel and everyone aligned correctly. So trips to the far side. Christian Hookfin, Kenny Rash, and Landon Ellis. Carter Petznauser on the right side and drawing double coverage immediately over to Carter. Jack DeWitt goes under center, gets the snap. Jack sets up in the middle of the field, throws downfield, and overthrew his intended target. Might have been some miscommunication there on the route as that was intended for Carter Petznauser, but it was over his head.
Yeah, it looked like they weren't on the same page there. Jack just missed him bad because looked like he was throwing post and Carter was running a slant and turns it over on downs.
So the 4th down turnover on downs gives it back to BHRV for a 1st and 10. The Nighthawks taking over at their own 30, and Cody Noble, who left the game on the last offensive series for BHRV, back in. And he will motion into the backfield here to get the direct snap. Overload side of the play is the right side, and Noble will run it that way. Tigers set the edge. Noble cuts it back across the grain and charges upfield for a gain of 8.
Yeah, this is concerning here, Mark, is when they've been able to get 5, 6, 8, 12 each play when he takes it and goes, and when they're trying to bleed the clock, gives him lots of opportunities. And right now we got a Tiger down on the field, Mark.
Yeah, I think it's Carter Petznauser down on the field for the Tigers. 6:01 left to play. We'll take an injury timeout with Boyden-Hull Rock Valley leading Spencer 14-7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD. Caleb Katz in the shotgun, 5 receivers in the formation. Now a clap of the hands. Everybody motions, including Cody Noble, into the backfield. He will get the snap. He will run it right on the 2nd and short. Noble has a 1st down, brings it out to the 45 of BHRV before he's finally tackled, and a gain of 7 when he needed 2. Cody Noble with his 26th carry of the night, 124 yards on the ground.
Yeah, it's just a unique set. I mean, it's just, here's our guy, let him pick his hole and go. And they've had great luck with that, picking up another 1st down. Clock goes down under 6 minutes left in the game. Tigers trailing by 7.
5:55 on the game clock with the clock stopping to move the 1st down chains. 1st and 10 for the BHRV offense, and now the head referee looking over to the BHRV sideline as the coaching staff wants the clock to get moving after the chains reset, and it hasn't yet. I think the Nighthawks have a claim that there should have been a little more time off the clock. Football's at the 45 of BHRV, and the Nighthawks lead 14-7. So 8 seconds will be run off of the game clock here, much to the happiness of that BHRV sideline. Coach Brant's all the way out on the numbers, making sure he gets his point across. I think the Nighthawks wanted more time off.
I think they did too.
So 5:47 is where it is at now as the clock restarts after the football placed down at the 45 of BHRV. Cats in the shotgun. Now Noble will shuffle into the backfield. Everyone else moves over to overload the left side of the formation. Noble gets the snap. Runs counter to the right side. Big room to the sideline. Landon Ellis is there and will finally help to wrap up Cody Noble as he runs the counter to the right side and picks up close to 20 yards on the game.
Yeah, nice touchdown saving tackle by Landon Ellis. And you call that a counter, and it kind of really is, as they have the overload with 4 or 5 to the left side. And Noble just takes it and goes against the numbers. And he says, my speed's better than your numbers to get to the edge, and did.
22 yards for Noble on the carry. His 27th of the game, and he's in the shotgun again for a direct snap. Left side is the strength of the formation. He will run that way. A hole and 7 yards on the pickup for Cody Noble as he is brought down at the end of the carry at the 27-yard line of the Spencer Tigers. It's the Cody Noble show right now.
Yeah, and they're just running, keeping the clock moving here, Mark, as it goes down to 4:45, still counting.
2nd down and 3, football at the 26 of Spencer. Cats in the shotgun. And now Noble and the rest of the offense reshuffle. Noble ends up in the shotgun. Trips to the right side of the formation. Noble will run that way. Gets a big hole. Cuts up field, and Noble with another 1st down and more inside the 20. Into the red zone goes the bell cow tailback for BHRV on the gain of 8.
Yeah, just power football right now.
And this is pretty ideal style of offense when you're trying to run out, bleed the clock at the end of the game. Just student body left, student body right, put the ball in the hands of your best runner.
And then they get their set, then they run their shift, run guys to a different spot, let the play clock run down.
4:05 on the game clock and counting. Noble again motions into the backfield, trips to the right side, 1 receiver left. Noble gets the direct snap. He will run right. Tigers not able to get to him as he again charges forward for 8 yards on the carry, and it will be 2nd down and short.
Yeah, Logan Huckfelt was able to tackle him from behind, but Noble here just on this drive has 8, 7, 20, 7, 10, 8.
And that right side of the offensive line for BHRV just able to collapse the Spencer Tigers. And Cody Noble tucks inside, gets up the hash mark, and sets up a 2nd and 2. 3:24 and counting on the game clock. Caleb Katz again starts in the shotgun, now motions to the right side of the formation. Noble into the gun. He'll get the snap. He runs left. Follows a wall of blockers, stays on his feet inside the 5, stays on his feet and into the end zone for the touchdown as Cody Noble puts his team on his shoulders, gets into the end zone, and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley extends the lead. Out in front now 20-7. Extra point pending.
Yeah, 12-yard run there by Cody Noble, just picking his spots, going over the left side. And that's not a good sign, seeing, is that Evan Johnson coming out? It is. Evan Johnson got injured on that play as he ran right at him, cut back off the block.
Extra point pending here for BHRV. Gale and Ciso on the extra point attempt momentarily. Snap on the way. Bad hold, and now the Tigers get back in pressure, but Caleb Katz going to run and then flip it towards the end zone. And the catch is made in the end zone on a broken play by BHRV to complete the 2-point conversion.
Wow, that was a busted play. Holder did what he was supposed to, picked it up, scooted, yelled fire, ran left, and threw the 2-point conversion in.
Referee and company still discussing it, but I think this is going to stand as a completed 2-point conversion. 3:10 left to play, and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley leads 22-7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Make it an awesome autumn. Autumn is many people's favorite season. What's not to love about pumpkins on the front step, baking an apple pie, and feeling a bit of chill in the air? As your local communications provider, Spencer Municipal Utilities would love to make your autumn even more awesome. Granted, we don't offer pumpkin spice internet, but we do offer awesome speeds up to 1 gig, awesome prices to fit any budget, and awesome employees who are here to help. Call Spencer Municipal Utilities at 712-580-5800 for an awesome internet plan.
And AM 1240 KICD in Spencer, Iowa, part of the Spencer Radio Group.
Left to play here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer, and Boyden-Hull Rock Valley with its largest lead of the night, now 15 points, 22-7 over the Spencer Tigers. A 12-yard touchdown run from tailback Cody Noble, and the extra point good, or I should say the 2-point conversion good after the scramble play on the bad snap. And now the sideline with tons of energy for BHRV. Can the Tigers get a special teams play here? Carter will make the catch at his own 15. High kick. Sets up the right return. Carter bursts through the line. Now he's in the middle of the field with green space. Across the 50. Carter to the far sideline. Inside the 30. Still on his feet. Cuts back across the grain again and finally tackled down at the 12 of BHRV. No flags on the field, and it's another big special teams play for the Spencer Tigers to give themselves a shot here in the red zone.
Boy, we sure needed a special teams play there, and Carter Petzenhauser, man, he gets opened up in his stride. He is fun to watch.
Let's see. Carter started on the right side, bounced it to the right return, came back across the middle of the field left, got to the left sideline, came back right, and finally ends up on the left hash mark at about the 12-yard line where Spencer takes over in the flex bone. Jack DeWitt goes under center. Tigers running right on the rocket toss. Kenny Rash with the football. Cuts back inside and is tripped up. Gets back almost to the line of scrimmage, but actually is going to lose a yard. Great play made there by Cade Fisher of BHRV.
Yeah, defensive ends for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley have played a good game tonight. And Kenny trying to get his speed to the outside. And boy, Boyden-Hull just shooting the gaps. And the Tigers fans getting a little anxious here, saying, come on, clock's running down to 2:30.
2:30 left to play. Clock continues to run with trips to the left, one receiver right. John Nissen behind Jack DeWitt as Jack rolls out to his left. John is personal protector. Jack looking downfield, throws it near the sideline, threw it away, incomplete. Out of bounds as he lives to play another down there with nothing open downfield to his liking.
Yeah, it stops the clock, but it brings up 3rd and 12. And Tigers not really equipped to run out of the trip set. Don't like to play from behind with being forced to pass late in the game.
And this will be 4-down territory. A field goal does not really help the Tigers' case here, down by a couple of touchdowns, down by 15.
Play clock's at 14 as the play gets in, so hopefully guys will hustle to their spots.
10 seconds on the play clock as Spencer gets over the football at the line of scrimmage, now down to 5. Jack's hustling now, goes under center, gets the snap, looking to throw, over the middle, puts it up for grabs, and it is intercepted in the end zone by Boyden-Hull Rock Valley on the back end of the play. There were 2 Tiger receivers in the area, and the catch made in the end zone on the interception. Still can't tell who came up with the football, but a nice play made on the back end by BHRV.
Yeah, it really was. He threw a little bit too much loft underneath it, trying to get Hyder in the end zone. Jump ball.
And I think it was Dawson Van Beek again. We saw him make that huge play on the 4th down tackle on the perimeter. And this time he comes up with the interception in the end zone. Dawson Van Beek with 2:09 left to play gives the football back to BHRV as the Tigers were trying to find Evan Schmidt or Ethan Hyder in the back of the end zone. BHRV motions Cody Noble into the shotgun. He'll get the snap, runs it right. Noble picks his way to a gain of 8 on 1st down. And right now Noble is gashing the Spencer Tigers for some long runs here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he really is. See Cal Ty has come in for Evan Johnson at the strong safety spot. And one more 1st down here will do it here for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley.
Cody Noble now 32 carries, 189 yards in the score. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right side as Cody Noble motions into the shotgun to get the direct snap. He will run behind his trips receiver's right, stacked up at the line and brought down, and a flag thrown on the far sideline, right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good tackle there by Mikey Jordan.
That was a very sure tackle by number 5 to bring down the big back. Head referee going to tell us the penalty. It's a holding penalty against BHRV. Helps the Tigers on down and distance, but with the game clock down to 1:27, still an extreme sense of urgency for the Tigers.
Yeah, it really is. Moves them down to the 19.
So BHRV with the football, 2nd and 11, 1:25 and counting left to play. Katz claps his hands. Now Noble motions into the shotgun to get the snap. Empty set. Noble will run right, picking his way through purple jerseys, able to pick up 4 yards on the carry. And now a timeout taken by the Tiger defense. Upcoming is a 3rd and 7 with 1:05 left to play. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 22, Spencer 7 on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
This Halloween, there's no rest for these wicked bakers.
Should I be scared?
Because the devil is in the details.
Everyone better look out.
All new Halloween Baking Championship, Monday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchTVEverywhere.com.
1:05 left to play. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley leading the Spencer Tigers 22-7. And a 3rd down upcoming for the Nighthawk offense. First down here would ice it, essentially, for BHRV. Tigers digging in, trying to get a big stop here on 3rd. Noble ready in the shotgun. Trips left, 1 receiver right. He'll run left. Gets upfield, has a first down, and he burst into the secondary. He's across the 40, out to the 42-yard line. Gain of 18 for Cody Noble.
That'll put him close to 200, won't it, Mark?
That will put him over 200.
Yep.
211 yards on the night for Cody Noble on 34 carries.
Just a workout for us tonight, and just no real answer for him.
Here's the crazy thing. Had only 9 carries in the first half. Talked about him getting stronger as the game went on, and that certainly proved to be the case. So victory formation now for Caleb Katz and the BHRV offense. He kneels it down with 34 seconds left to play. And Boyden-Hull Rock Valley going to earn the victory here at Dale Norton Field by a final of 22-7. As the game clock will wind down to all zeros, BHRV will not need to snap it again. And the Tigers and Nighthawks shaking hands between the defense and the offense. That's good to see before the two teams will line up and have everybody shake hands here with the final seconds winding down, and BHRV officially earns the victory 22-7 as the final buzzer sounds. When we come back, we'll have our final game stats and more here on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.
Playing with my friends and being as a team to improve myself from last year and improve every day. Iowa, probably Fanatic, Nacho Libre, or Land of the Lost. Probably history, because that's why I probably want to major in the most. I'm not really sure. I've lost count probably. My car, a knife, unlimited water, and probably clothing. Go to Iowa Lakes for 2 years and then go finish my degree at like Wayne State.
This This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
We need to know what is it and why is it there. And this is just getting weirder and weirder.
Watch your favorite channel anytime, anywhere with Watch TV Everywhere on SMU Cable. Learn more at smunet.net or watchTVEverywhere.com.
Tigers opened up the game with the first score of the game. Jack DeWitt, 21-yard option. Extra point from Ian Youngdahl was good, made it 7-0 Spencer early. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley would answer on its first drive of the game. Caleb Katz with a 42-yard touchdown pass to Cole Heiser, and CISO with the extra point, 7-7, after each team had the football one time in the first quarter. There was no more scoring through the first quarter, no more scoring in the second quarter. 7-7 our score at the halftime break. Third quarter, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley able to go 12 plays, 5 minutes, 75 yards. Caleb Katz with the scoring strike, 16 yards through the air to Bryson Van Grotis, and it was 14-7 Boyden-Hull Rock Valley after the extra point. The Nighthawks with their first lead in the game, and then Boyden-Hull Rock Valley in the fourth quarter able to salt away the game with a long drive that went 7 plays, 70 yards, 3 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. Cody Noble with a 12-yard touchdown run, and then a 2-point conversion after a bobbled snap. Caleb Katz runs the fire drill and then links up in the end zone with a receiver on the 2-point conversion as Boyden-Hull Rock Valley goes ahead 22-7, which would be our final score. The Spencer Tigers did turn it over twice in the game tonight. Actually fumbled twice, recovered one of them, had an interception thrown and a fumble earlier in the game. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley put the ball on the ground once, but recovered it, and the Tigers finished with 5 penalties. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley had 8, but in the end it wasn't enough to make a difference on the scoreboard in the game. Leading rusher for the Tigers here tonight, Jack DeWitt carries it 12 times for 63 yards and a touchdown. John Nissen with 15 carries for 52. Kenny Rash 7 carries for 19 yards. Cadence Hoffmeyer carried 5 times for 33. Spencer with 168 yards on the ground. Through the air, 33 yards on 3 of 8 passing from quarterback Jack DeWitt. Kenny Rash 2 catches for 15. John Nissen with 1 for 18. Spencer with 201 yards of total offense. It was the Cody Noble show for Boyden-Hull Rock Valley tonight. Noble carries it 34 times, 211 yards and a touchdown. Caleb Katz, the only other player to attempt a rush in the game. He had 4 carries for 8 yards. And then Katz through the air, effective, not always super accurate here tonight, but in the end does a nice enough job as he goes 9 of 16 through the air. Does Katz. Finishes with 149 passing yards, 219 on the ground for BHRV, 368 yards of total offense. Leading receiver Cole Heiser, 3 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. Bryson Van Groothuist, 2 catches for 42. And a score, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley outgains the Tigers in this one, 167 more yards of total offense for BHRV here tonight. Spencer Tigers in the game were able to strike first. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley comes back with the quick strike. We go back and forth throughout the first half. And then in the second half, it's almost like Boyden-Hull Rock Valley said, hey, we kept things pretty simple in the first half, but we're going to simplify it even more in the second half. Take away any chances for miscues. We're going to direct snap it to our lead back, who we know is going to be able to carry it more than 30 times if we need him to. And boy, did he deliver.
Yeah, he really did. They just set the tone here in the second half where they got the football on the kickoff and just marched right down the field. And the Tigers had a chance. They got it back on their own 24, and then we turned it over on downs. We were close, and that was, it's trying to match that momentum. And there were a couple fourth downs there for the Tigers that we just couldn't get converted to just keep drives going.
That's true. The fourth down attempts late in the game proved to be very pivotal. And remember what I said towards the tail end of the game. Noble, 9 carries in the first half, finishes with 34. Carried it 25 times in the second half.
Well, they had the ball a lot in the second half. When you look at time of possession and just, their drives, it was in his hands, and he made his pay. And that last touchdown there, that you kind of just see it broke the Tigers when they scored. But yeah, he had just a great football game. That's all you can say. And credit their offensive and defensive line. They played good games.
And something that we probably didn't highlight enough from the Boyden-Hull Rock Valley perspective is the job that those receivers did on the perimeter blocking, because yes, there's a lot of motion and a lot of it is eye candy to get your eyes to move, but they did a nice job on the perimeter as well, opening up pass for Cody Noble carrying the football here tonight. I'm joined now on the post-game show by Jim Tye, the head coach of the Spencer Tigers. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley with the win tonight, 22-7. Coach, what did you think about the way the second half went? Boyden-Hull came out and said, here is the football, we're going to run it where we want to, try and stop it, and they did a great job of continuing to pick up yards in chunks.
Yeah, they did. They kind of did what we like to do, different offensive formations and stuff, but played pretty tough first half. I thought the defense hung in there after giving up the big play and got us out of a bad situation. And offensively, we got to be better. We got to be more consistent. We weren't far away in that first half. We had in the past few weeks we would have broke some of those, but they're too good to just, and I haven't seen the film, so I don't want to say, but I just don't think we were sustaining our blocks long enough.
And very good tackling from them as well.
Yeah. Well, they're a good team. I mean, we knew that.
Very little in the way of yards after contact.
No, they're very good linebackers, and they run well. And, but, I mean, I was pleased that we were 7-7, and we had some opportunities. We just couldn't muster up enough offense. And, I knew we could not afford to get those negative yards. We'd get a first down, and then maybe we'd have a fumble, or we had the one first down. We went with our tempo or our turbo, as we call it, and we had a guy go in motion, and so now we're 1st and 15, and you just can't get yourself in those situations with these guys. Our first drive of the game, we overcame that a few times, but they're too good to do that too, and so, we move on. We watch the film and try to get better.
And in a game of tight margins here tonight, also the Tigers did lose the turnover battle, which is something they've been on the positive side of so far this year for the most part.
Yeah, what was the turnover?
The Tigers ended up turning it over twice. Boyden-Hull Rock Valley fumbled once but did recover their own fumble.
Yeah, so we're 0-2 there. So, yeah. You're just not going to beat a team this good like that. And actually, it felt like we were bailing water there a little in the first half because of a turnover, and we held on. But they just took it to us in the second half.
And the Tigers did do a nice job after that first strike from BHRV of moving down the field quickly. Did a better job in coverage the rest of the way, but there was just some times where Boyden-Hull Rock Valley was overloading the front, and they were just running the football, power football. Cody Noble proved to be exactly what we knew he was, a very good back.
Yeah, he is. He's very talented, and they got some very good linemen.
Coach, we'll talk to you again before next week's game, but thank you for joining us here on the post-game show as Boyden-Hull Rock Valley gets the win here tonight.
All right.
Spencer Tigers fall 22-7 to BHRV as the Nighthawks get the win by 15 points here tonight. Cody Noble leading the way for the Nighthawks, 34 carries for 211 yards and a touchdown. He is certainly probably the star performer here tonight for the Spencer Tigers. As Coach just mentioned, a strong first half, go toe-to-toe with BHRV, but BHRV had some things go their way in the second half. A few of those pivotal plays, fourth downs, a couple of turnovers that the Tigers would like to have back, but a very good Boyden-Hull Rock Valley team comes on the road and gets the win here tonight over the Spencer Tigers. So with the win, Boyden-Hull Rock Valley will improve now on the season to 4-2 and 3-1 in district. The Spencer Tigers will fall to 4-2 overall and 3-1 in district. Sergeant Bluff Luton with the win in the game against Bishop Heelan. We just got that final score a few moments ago. It was Sergeant Bluff Luton with the victory 48-21 over Sioux City Bishop Heelan. Storm Lake beat Lamar's 27-6, also in Class 3A District number 1. Some other scores for you. Emmitsburg beating West Sioux in overtime, 36-35. That game tightened up in a big way, and Emmitsburg with the win in overtime to stay undefeated. Alta Aurelia beat Fort Dodge St. Edmund 43-22. Lamar's Galen over MMCRU 54-7. Unity Christian beat Sheldon 29-16. It was Algona Bishop Garrigan over Manson Northwest Webster 35-0. Garner Hayfield Ventura beat Okoboji 34-7. West Lyon 26, Sioux Center 12. Central Lyon George Little Rock beat MOC Floyd Valley 43-0, and it was Lawton Bronson over South O'Brien 12-6. Again, our final score here at Dale Norton Field in Spencer: Boyden-Hull Rock Valley 22, Spencer 7. For Brian Schmidt back at the KICD studios, also Lucas DeWitt joining me here in the booth tonight. I'm Mark Magnuson. You've been listening to Tiger Football on News Radio 102.5 and AM 1240 KICD.